secrets.
Mama, let me tell you, do not even
What
know
secrets?
Tangu alinipatia tatu skuli nama nikatululu.
Kuna.
Differently. Sasa wewe uko na shida ya macho na mwenye anakuwa pia ako na shida ya macho, mtasaidiana aje?
Being the fact that nyinyi wawili hamuoni, mtamanuva aje?
Wewe ambaye ni mlemavu kwa hapo nyumbani, wacha kuona ulemavu wako. Kama kuko na kitu unaweza fanya, tokea tufanye. Differently.
Good morning, this is Good Morning Kenya, and as we say, Thursday is a new Friday, so it's Entertainment Thursday, but from county number 10, that is Marsabit, that's where we're coming to you live. This is Silo in Loyangalani at the heart of Marsabit County, one of the counties, actually the largest county in terms of acreage within the country. And in case you're wondering why, it's a bit windy, yes, this is home also to the only wind power project. I'm talking about the Lake Turkana Wind Power Project that has over 300 turbines, actually 365 turbines, that has a capacity of generating, each turbine that is 850 kilowatts of power. That almost can project or produce or tap into the national grid at least 17% of the power that is required in the national grid. As it is right now, it produces green energy, that is wind power, at 310 megawatts, right, on its highest peak. That's why it's quite windy. But nonetheless, we are here to broadcast, and more purposefully, we are looking at the Marsabit Turkana Cultural Festival that officially will be launched by none other than Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki, who is expected here between 10 a.m. or 11 a.m. to officially kickstart this week-long cultural festival that has been deemed a game changer in opening the north to socio-economic development anchored on traditions, culture, and tourism. I'm Regina Manyara. Will be keeping you up to speed in regard to the cultural festival. But before I introduce my team there, we're expecting to have Vivian as well as DJ Unique back in Broadcasting House. How about to just bring you up to speed with stories that have been making headlines in the last 12 hours. And we'll start off with the impeachment process of Nyamira Governor Amos Nyaribo. Now, yesterday, the Senate quashed the impeachment motion against embattled Nyamira Governor Amos Nyaribo on grounds that the threshold for the impeachment was not met. During the first day of the hearing, preliminary objections were raised by the governor's legal team, arguing that the threshold ought to have been 24 and not 23 that the MCAs had attained. The move prompted the Senate to ventilate on the matter that led to a vote on motion to uphold the pre-objections, where 38 senators voted against and 4 voted in favor of the governor, hence terminating the impeachment process. So the question is, what next? Here's a recap.
Now, honorable senators, I will now proceed to put the question. That aware that pursuant to Article 181 of the Constitution and Section 33 of the County Governments Act 2012, on Tuesday, 25th of November 2025, the County Assembly of Nyamira approved a motion for the removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Amos Kimwoni Nyaribo, the Governor of Nyamira County. Now, therefore, The Senate resolves to uphold the preliminary objection that the threshold required for removal of a governor from office by impeachment contemplated in Section 33 of the County Governments Act and Standing Order 62 of the County Assembly of Nyamira was not met, and forthwith terminates the hearing on the proposed removal from office by impeachment of Honorable Amos Kimwome Nyaribo, the Governor of Nyamira County. Now you may log in back and proceed to vote.
Now, away from the Senate, and we focus on Northeastern region, where a section of members of parliament from Northeastern region now want the president to declare the ongoing drought a national disaster to prompt enhanced efforts to save the starving lives and also the livestock. The lawmakers who addressed the press at the parliament building said at least 2.1 million Kenyans are facing food insecurity. The lawmakers also want the government to revisit the livestock-oriented policies, including an immediate offtake program to salvage the livelihoods of the pastoralist communities.
Coupled with delayed rainfall are threatening the livelihoods of 2.1 million Kenyans living in northeastern region. The National Disaster Management Authority has already issued an alert highlighting deteriorating situation characterized by livestock losses and resurgence of intercommunity conflicts over the scarce resources.
Ile mbuzi alikuwa mwezi wa 4 alikuwa ni 16,000, saa hii ni 300, 400. Ile taksi itakuchukua hiyo mbuzi anachukua 200. Sasa itabakisha nini?
Tunataka wafikishe haraka chakula ya binadamu, chakula ya mali.
The political leadership from northeastern region now wants the president to declare the drought a national disaster so that to pave way for enhanced humanitarian aid from donors.
The onus is on the national government, but it's also on the county governments who have a front row seat to the suffering the people are going through right now, yet are doing nothing.
If the livelihood is gone, then the next in queue is the lives of the people, because these lives depend on those livestock as part of their livelihoods.
Further, the MPs want the government to roll out an immediate offtake program for starving livestock, even as it upscales distribution of emergency food and pasture.
With climate change, after every 2 years, we have a drought. So it was something expected, and any serious government must apportion funds and plan adequately and protect lives and livelihoods of pastoralists.
So we also want an immediate offtake program to feed the people and to salvage the farmers or the owners of the livestock.
The Kenya Meteorological Department projects the dry spell will continue until the end of February.
The 2.1 million Kenyans from the pastoral communities, also a majority of them are also domiciled within Marsabit County. So as we expect the Deputy President Kithure Kindiki to make his way here for the cultural festival, we look forward to hear what direction the national government is taking to arrest the situation. Now, the Kenya Institute of Special Education, KBC, has renewed calls for stronger investment in assistive devices, early screening and increased public awareness on disabilities. Speaking on Wednesday during an event to mark the International Day of Persons with Disability, KBC Director Dr. Norman Kiogora further highlighted the need for the country to address rising cases of autism, the growing demand for assisted assessment services, and the progress in implementing disability inclusion laws.
Hundreds of parents, children and development partners converged at the Kenya Institute of Special Education, KBC, Wednesday to deliberate on concerns and solutions for a more inclusive society.
Niko na mtoto mlemavu anaitwa David Kimani, na tumefurahia, wamecheza, wametibiwa mahali tulikuwa na shida, wamefanyiwa assessment.
There's no country doing as well as this country when it comes to inclusion. And one game changer is the Disability Act. It has transformed the thinking in special needs.
Top among the concerns was the urgent need for more assistive devices in the country, especially hearing aids and mobility devices for persons with disabilities. KISA Director Dr. Norman Kiogora noted that phones, laptops, hearing aids, and even vehicles should be customized to meet disability needs.
Today, you might somebody who is deaf. You may not require even an interpreter. That person is engaged that is able to communicate without any interpreter with him.
The cost of the devices too is very high, and over time we have to have a conversation on how we can bring down the cost of whether it's the wheelchairs, whether it's the hearing aids, the prosthetics.
Stakeholders also noted a positive shift in parental attitudes, with more families embracing their children's disabilities and seeking help. They, however, warned that many parents across the country still lack information on assessment services, care options, and government support.
We are also talking to the government to reopen the assessment centers, which are mostly placed in schools for special needs. And when they are there, the parents know we can go to this particular place.
At the same time, Dr. Kiogora highlighted the rising number of autism cases both in Kenya and globally, stating that although data on the condition keeps changing, the burden is growing and more research, workforce and specialized therapies are needed.
We are doing a research to find out what is causing this particular disability. It's on rise, and we want to find out what are the causes, and we can be able to give information to the public once the research is done.
Now to the courts and the scales of justice. The High Court has ordered the Inspector General of Police and the Director of Criminal Investigations, that is Mohammed Amin, to appear physically in court on December 16th this year to explain the whereabouts of the security expert Mwenda Mbijiwe, who went missing in 2021. Family lawyers Evans Ondieki informed Judge Martin Muya that the state had failed to offer any meaningful update on investigations into Mbijiwe's disappearance. However, the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions informed the court that the prosecution intends to forward the investigation file to the magistrate courts to initiate an inquest. Here are details of what happened in the corridors of justice on the scales of justice segments.
The missing security expert Mwenda Mbijiwe disappeared 4 years ago without a trace. Appearing before the court, family lawyer Evans Ondiki told the judge that Mbijiwe was arrested by police officers along Roysambu Road in June 2021 while en route to Meru and has never been seen again. In an affidavit, Mbijiwe's mother, Jane Gatwiri, stated that her son is being held incommunicado by the state and her visit to numerous government offices have yielded no results. The court also heard that at the time of disappearance, Mbijiwe had declared an interest in contesting for the Meru gubernatorial seat. Justice Muya has ordered the matter to be heard on December 16th, when the IG and the DCI boards are expected to provide an update on the status.
So we want to know who killed Mbijiwe and why. Because they want to start an inquest. They cannot start an inquest unless they are aware he's not alive.
I'm trying to twist it, but I want to tell them, if I thought they killed my son, God in heaven is watching with them. They are going to pay it very soon, in Jesus' name.
And on Wednesday, the Mombasa High Court witnessed a 10th session as a key state witness in the Shakahola case, challenge a report presented by the Director of Public Prosecutions. Appearing virtually before Lady Justice Diana Kavetsa, Anthony Wycliffe, whose wife and 5 children were members of the Mackenzie's church, denied claims in the DPP report that one of his children had died.
It's possible to tell.
So as we speak, God has told you that your children are alive and you believe what God is telling you?
He said he has been in touch with his wife, who is currently at Shimolatewa, and confirmed that their children were safe and in custody. The court had earlier been presented with a post-mortem report of the purportedly deceased child.
I was trying to explain that the post-mortem has not been endorsed. What we have been doing with these witnesses who don't know post-mortems, we have just been reading the endorsement to hear the name, for them to hear the name and confirm whether that name is the name of the deceased.
For recalling the witness, and they have just affirmed what the defense has indicated, that they have nothing to refer to. So whatever the witness said still stands as his testimony.
Justice Mochache ultimately quashed the post-mortem report, ruling that it could not be admitted as evidence. Elsewhere, the murder trial of Hassan Dangane, accused of killing 4 women in October 2024, proceeded before Justice Margaret Muigai, where DCI forensic digital expert Corporal Lawrence Kamau walked the court through CCTV footage from Eastleigh, Athi River, Parklands and Lavington, showing the victims' last movements in a recurring grey vehicle linked across all scenes. Dangane, who denied the charges during plea taking, is alleged to have lured the women before they met their deaths. The hearing will continue on 26 March 2026.
As per the proceedings, you're not getting it right.
And Chief Magistrate Delphina Alego has challenged the Law Society of Kenya leadership over what she termed as the body selective defense of advocates, while allegedly neglecting judges and magistrates who are also members of the society.
I speak because I've also been a victim. Yes. And I know because I'm huge in mentoring, I hear what some of my colleagues say about when they are bullied, and it is just not right. The same dignity that you're asking for LSK members is the same dignity we are also asking as judicial officers and judges.
Alego questioned why the society aggressively intervenes to protect lawyers, but rarely comes to the aid of judicial officers when they are attacked or intimidated.
I totally associate myself with the bench that we are not appearing before these citizens in good image. We are very passionate when defending her, but we are not very passionate when we are attacking the judicial officers.
The remarks arose during proceedings in which the LSK leadership had come to court to oppose the application by the Director of Criminal Investigations against Advocate Galene McKenna, who is under investigation over alleged land fraud.
Away from the corridors of justice, now we focus on matters of politics, where Democracy for Citizens Party leader Rigathi Gachagua has extended an olive branch to Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna and Embakasi East Member of Parliament Babu Owino, promising to back their campaigns in the run-up to the 2027 general elections. Former Deputy President, who insists his party DCP will field candidates in all elective positions in 2027, denied claims that he's advancing tribal politics.
Speaking after receiving the newly elected MCAs in the November by-elections, Douglas Masikonde of Narok Town, Narok County, Aduda Okwiri of Kisa is in Kakamega County, and David Wanyoki of Kariobangi North in Nairobi, DCP party leader Rigathi Gachagua said his opponents were spreading propaganda to paint him as a tribal leader and discredit his party.
We'll sit down and say where DCP is strong and requires Wiper support, Wiper will support us. Where Wiper is strong and requires DCP support, DCP will support. That is the arrangement. But you see, they want to create a narrative, oh, DCP wants to dominate Wiper. Nonsense. And you know, people are trying to think that they can get Kalonzo away from the united opposition. You are daydreamers.
Unexpectedly, Gachagua vowed to back the re-election of Nairobi Senator Edwin Sifuna and Embakasi East lawmaker Babu Owino as he urged them to join the opposition parties.
Sifuna akuje asikuje. Sifuna is a great senator in Nairobi. And I have no problem with the DCP supporting Sifuna to be the senator of Nairobi. We have no problem. And if you feel uncomfortable in DCP, Babu and Sifuna, come to Wiper, our partner. No problem.
To the depths of my judgment,
Elsewhere, Chewani Ward MCA-elect Sophia Maro has been sworn in at the Tana River County Assembly after winning the by-election held on 27 November 2025. She promised to prioritize education and health sectors to improve the lives of Chewani residents.
Basari tutaigawanya kwa uhaki na usawa kwa kila mtu bila upendeleo wa dini, kabila ama rangi, na mambo ambayo wananchi wanatarajia kutoka kwangu kama mambo ya health.
Meanwhile, youth in Homa Bay County have called on leaders from the region to resolve their differences and work together for the development of the area.
So I would like to beseech His Excellency, Your Excellency Gladys Wanga, and Principal Secretary for Interior and Coordination, that is Mr. Raymond Omolo, that you come out and you people, you sit as leaders, you give us a good trajectory of which we can see the results. And Kenyans are out here and they'll choose the person who performs. That is the person they'll be casting their votes towards him or her.
Now, it is a matter of wait and see if indeed Edin Sifuna and Babu Owino are going to heed to Rigath's request to join DCP. We'll be keeping tabs on the political scene. Now we cross over to business, where the Biodiversity Alliance will partner with the private sector to scale up the circular economy in the production of biofertilizer. Soil fertility expert at the Alliance Biodiversity, Boaz Waswa, says the project will entail collecting waste from urban areas to manufacture organic fertilizer in a bid to treat the acidic soils in the country's breadbasket regions. Now, over 70% of the country's soils are acidic due to frequent use of synthetic chemicals in food production. Farmers are being encouraged to treat their soils through the use of lime and planting crops that can fix nitrogen into the soil. Alliance Biodiversity is now planning to increase production of biofertilizer as a substitute for the synthetic fertilizers, which are costly and further degrade the soil. The organization says it will partner with the private sector to start the collection of waste food and other waste in urban areas for biomanufacturing production.
The use of organic manure and all these organic resources on the farms is a big resource that farmers sometimes ignore. It is the basic source of nutrients, and also organic manure helps to hold soils for longer. And so we encourage that farmers be able to recycle any materials that is on the farm that is decomposable to be able to supply organic fertilizers to their farms. But also we are working with the private sector to get organic fertilizers maybe from the urban waste and recycling it, composting it, and then using it back on the farms.
The urban populations are growing, not just in Nairobi, but devolution has created urban centers all across the country. How are we going to be thinking about making sure those urban populations have access to affordable, nutritious food at the same time that our farmers are able to make a livelihood with what they are growing?
Managing well the biodiversity and the soil, you reduce the use of damaging chemicals, damaging for our health, for the health of our children, and so you have safer products and safer food in your plates, and also more nutritious, and then you will have a better life.
We find a lot of food is wasted, like is lost already from the farm level, post-production, all the way to the consumer. And yet many of the consumers in our African continent are suffering because they don't have enough food to eat. So there are a number of innovations we've been working on. One, a very easy one, is about linking the markets. We do a lot of training with consumers about wasting the food, because many times you find consumers serve themselves actually on their plate, but then they don't finish the food they have on the plate. They throw it away. That's food waste.
Now we cross over to sports, where the Cabinet Secretary in charge of sports, Salim Vuria, has urged African nations to unite in strengthening the continent's anti-doping systems as preparations intensify for the implementation of the revised 2027 World Anti-Doping Code. Speaking at the World Anti-Doping Code doping conference in sports in South Korea, Mvurya called on African states to match their growing global sporting influence with enhanced institutional readiness and stronger anti-doping frameworks. CS Mvurya also held a high-level engagement with WADA Director General Olivier Nigli and WADA Africa Director Rodney Swigler, affirming Kenya's unwavering commitment to fulfilling all the corrective actions in the WADA list, in line with the directive of President William Ruto, who has emphasized the significance of clean sports as a national development priority. Thank you very much. That's just but a quick summary of stories that have been making headlines in the last 12 hours. As we mentioned, we are in county number 10. That is Marsabit. It is barely 7 a.m. and as you can see, it is quite windy. This is where we have the Lake Turkana Wind Power Project, and as I mentioned to you earlier, it has 365 turbines that each have a capacity of generating 850 kilowatts on a daily. That can, in total, looks like 17% of what is required in the national grid. Currently, it operates at an optimal, feeding the national grid at 310 kilowatts. So, in case you're wondering why it is that, it was quite noisy while we were doing the bulletin, this is where we find ourselves, barely minutes into 7 a.m. We're going to be keeping tabs on the Marsabit Turkana Cultural Festival, where from around 10 a.m. we're expecting the chief guest, that is Deputy President Professor Kithure Kindiki, to come and officially launch this week-long cultural festival, where also in the program we are going to be dedicating at least a day during the 16 days of activism that we find ourselves to address issues like gender-based violence. Other than that, song, dance, and food of the people within this particular ecosystem. We are looking at 13 communities, including the Dasenach, the Wata, the El Molo, and the Rendile are going to be coming together in what has been termed as a game changer for the North, as it pushes, to have domestic tourism intensify, as well as international tourists make their way here into Marsabit County. Well, excuse us before we fly away with the wind. Let's take some shelter and keep tabs on the cultural festival as we wait to see what time and what the chief guest, that is President Professor Kithure Kindiki, is going to say about the drought situation, where a majority of, around 2.1 million Kenyans are, especially in the north, are staring at starvation. I'm Regina Manyara, and I want to hand you over back to Broadcasting House just before we are taken away by the wind. But as you see, this is where we are, so kindly bear with the quality of our sound, but that is how nature is right here in Loyangalani. Back to you, Broadcasting House.
to think that this is not the end of the world. You have an entire life ahead of you.
Yes, Mom, but I don't see how.
Is this why you asked me to come all the way here? I mean, to be face to face with a man I don't want to see, a man who obviously doesn't want to see me either?
I was just trying to help you.
I don't need anything from you.
My dad asked me why Nora's wrists were both bandaged.
What did you tell him?
It's obvious that lately you have this habit of keeping things from me.
Why do you blame everything on me, huh?
I just want you to know that I'm willing to take the risk just to be with you.
I'm going to tell Marcelo how his father died. Then we will see who ends up thrown out in this pies.
Akituelezea kuhusiana na fadhila za kutawadha nyumbani ili uweze kuswali jamaa katika msikiti wakati wa swala ya jamaa.
Hivyo napendekeza Muislamu pale umesalia, watu wako na tabia kisha swali anatoka anaenda kwenye wall anasoma mbele yamini yasar, keti pale fanya zile adhkar, basi unapata zile dua ya malaika. Ndio maana quyida alhadith ma zala fi musalla.
Mtazamaji mpendwa, unafahamu mkataba wa Hudaybiyah uliotokea katika tarehe ya Kiislamu?
Watu waliona kwa macho yao kuwa dini hii si ya upanga bali ni dini ya hekima na amani.
Are you a talented artist or are you passionate about a topic you want to discuss? But money can be very hard to find for an upcoming artist. Don't worry, Studio Mashinani has got your back. Sign up on ajira.co.ke to book a session with your music and video producers across the country. Work on your music, jingles, spoken words, and even podcasts to realize your dream, all for free. Studio Mashinani, Radani Talent.
The 4th of December 2025. Welcome to Entertainment Thursday. This is a Good Morning Kenya. My name is Mike Migwe. Leo ni ile siku. You know, when Friday comes early. Thursday is the new Friday right here on KBC Channel 1 because Entertainment Thursday has all the latitude to get into your personal space in terms of making your morning entertaining and fulfilling. Once again, welcome to the program. A lot has been prepared for you, including interviews with different persons within the entertainment industry. And right about now, I want us to just focus on something different because mwezi ni ya December, sherehe ndio hiyo. Because December na sherehe, same what's up. You know, mnaenda kukula na huko, mmepanga trips hapa kule. Kuna mtu anakula tumbukiza hapo. By the way, and the person who invented tumbukiza should be apewe state security. That is one meal that I don't know whoever started making tumbukiza was thinking, but it's perfect. Ukiuliza watu tumbukiza ni nini, wallahi wanakwambia tumbukiza ni nini, because the secret ingredient is in the name, tumbukiza. But before we get into all that, I want us to talk about this festive season, but from a financial perspective, festive finances. Because we are about to enjoy everything that life has to offer. Tumefanya kazi the whole year. Everything that we have worked for, the goals that we have been pushing, ni time ya kujipigia makofi. But within the same sense, we also have to plan ahead. Let me tell you one thing. I am going to give you a quote, and I think it rhymes with the season. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you look back and realize they were big things. Enjoy the little things in life, for one day you look back and realize they were big things. That is a quote by Kurt Vonnegut, and I think it rhymes with everything that you've been working for around the year. The goals, however small the achievement that has been, it's time to look back and celebrate and look back and say, yenyewe, it was worth it. So, even as we celebrate big or small things, how do we plan for and post the festive season? You know, in studio, I'm joined by CPA Ken Odongo. He's going to talk to us about that aspect of festive planning before, on, and after, because that is one thing that is very, very important. CPA Ken Odongo is the director of Focus Business College. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing very well.
Yes.
Yes.
Unajua sasa tumeingia December.
Yes.
And festive season ndio hii.
An amazing time.
Na hatuwezi danganyana. December, sherehe,
sure,
na pesa, they are interconnected.
Sure.
And we need to know how to plan.
Sure,
that.
we have to.
So I want us to move very systematically in as far as this aspect is concerned, because when it comes to planning, and especially when it comes to finances, we need to know what you are doing. So in the first instance, from your perspective, why is it important that when you are getting into festive season, you need to know how to plan? Why is planning, first of all, very important when it comes to the festive season?
Thank you so much. First of all, I would want to say that festive season is a moment to celebrate, is a moment to get there. But at the same time, there's an aspect, the aspect of also planning. It's a time to be strategical, you know, looking at the next year. Mm-hmm. It's a time to look at, to assess your goals, look at the following year, how better you can improve yourself. Mm-hmm. So very importantly, planning makes us move. Mm-hmm. You realize that if you fail to plan, then you plan to fail.
Yes.
If this plan is not incorporated in in the festive season,
yes,
you realize in the following year, you get stuck. Mm-hmm. So that's why number one, planning is very important. Mm-hmm. But when you look at plans in detail, there's what needs to happen before, mm-hmm, and there's what needs to happen after, yes, the festive season.
Yes. Yes. So let's start with what is supposed to happen before. Take us through that.
Very
before
important.
The festive season.
So number one, what needs to happen before is to budget wisely. Mm-hmm. Remember, before you stepped into this festive season, there's a lot of pressure, you know, pressure from family, pressure from friends, you know, mm-hmm, to buy the best and the latest goods in fashion.
Yes.
But you need to plan wisely in terms of your finances so that you do not strain in January. Number two, you need to also exercise balancing. If, for example, I had 50,000, I need to know that in January, I need to take care of a number of bills. So this 50,000 should be balanced. As I go to celebrate, I need to make sure that there's a portion that is there for January, that is for 2026. But again, also reflect on your year's achievement and lessons. But lastly, to avoid also pressure, particularly December, it's very important to avoid pressure. But of important is to analyze your goals, that is for the coming year, mm-hmm, so that as you set to the next year, you get to motion.
So even if you're planning for, this is pre-festive planning, yes, now, you have to factor in the goals that you need to, sure, achieve next year.
Very important.
So sometimes, you know, that means the budget has to be realistic.
Sure.
And why do sometimes you get to see people sometimes using money that does not reflect their budget or their income in the long run, especially when it comes to pre-season planning?
Number one, as I said, trying to fit in other people's shoes, pressure from other people. But again, also impulse buying, you know.
Oh, yeah.
Impulse buying. Do you really need it, you know? Number one, if I've got to spend, then I've got to ask myself a very fundamental question, you know. Do I really need this? Is this just luxury? And that's why we have basic needs and we have luxury. Mm-hmm. Basic needs are things that we cannot forgo. But for the luxury, we can postpone them.
Yeah.
Yes.
So, you know, are there methods that people can use to ensure that they can track their planned expenses ahead of the festivities now?
Even before the festive season, as a financial also and as a tax expert, mm-hmm, it's very important to keep track of your records. One of the things that, you know, as you guide people in terms of finances, number one, the first basic is to keep track of your expenditure. By the end of the week, You can actually look at your expenditure and ask yourself, was this worth it? You look at the purchase that you've made and ask yourself a fundamental question, was it worth the purchase? Very important. So one of the things is to, don't spend before you understand why you're spending. If you've got to spend a portion of your money, understand why you're spending it and for what purpose do you spend it for. Because you realize in the future, the money that you're spending today, you'll actually need it for the future if you didn't spend it wisely.
So still on pre-festive planning, there is something you said about luxury and fitting into other people's shoes, which means there is an aspect of needs and wants. So how would you recommend for people to differentiate between the two to help them plan better?
Before even we talk about differentiation of the two, it's very important. One of the things that needs to happen at the time that we need to be financially literate. Many people avoid that, but it's the key to succeeding in life. That for me to succeed in life, that I need to be financially literate. And the literacy aspect of it is what makes you understand what is the need and what is the luxury. What is a basic need and what is the luxury. When you talk about the aspects of basic ones, these are things that we cannot do with. That is house, this is your house, this is food and etc. You cannot do without them. But for example, when you look at the aspect of luxury is a car. You don't have to have a car to survive, but you've got to have clothing to survive. But for a car, you don't need a car. So you've got to buy a car when you've got into a space where you are able to afford your basic needs. Yes.
Can families agree, is it possible for families to agree on priority spending before the season begins?
Sure, and that's why as financial analysts, this is where we are needed the most. Of course, the conversation is out there and a few people are into financial planning, but you need to get a huge number of people into financial planning, because that's where the nation is failing, and that's where majority of are failing.
Yes.
We need to get more people into understanding what finances are and where should the finances go to. Yes.
From your financial perspective, unaelewa hizi mambo ya pesa. What do you think are common and necessary expenses that sneak into holiday spending?
Perfect. Very important. This is the time that you realize individuals go to clubs, hopping in one club to another, not understanding why you're popping into it. You're not saying that, having a moment to celebrate, but you've got to celebrate. Actually, it's what we say that at the beginning of the year, every year, you need to put your priority. What I wanted to do personally for myself, I had planned it in January. That when I get to December, this is how much I want to spend.
So this is not something you start planning in November?
Yes, but for some people, it's very important. If you do not plan in January, then you've got to plan in November so that you don't come in January 2026, then you strain.
But then again, that means you have to have been saving for that. Because you cannot start planning in November and December is just next door and without anything that you have saved.
But it's also very important because even if you didn't plan for it, it's very important to realize that if whatever you have in December or January, you'll need a portion of it in December or November, you'll need a portion of it in January.
Yes.
So even at that point, there's no time that is wrong to plan. At the moment you realize that what is very important and what you need for the future, and you make a plan, it's very wise. But it's very important to plan early.
Yes.
Yes, I would say.
What level of financial discipline do you need to ensure that you stick to whatever you have budgeted for, especially when it comes to December? Because in December, you ask most people, anything is possible.
Sure. One of the things that I've, for the people that I've met and for the people that I've had conversation with in terms of finances, I've told them you have to be very disciplined. This all boils to discipline. If today you stepped out of the house and you say that I had a budget of 500, I will not step out of my budget. I will stick to my budget. So discipline is very key. And now once you discipline on the execution, You make sure that as you step off, you know, some of the things that you have got to do when you work in town, you can carry food, you can decide to, you know, if you had a car, use public transport to save on those costs so that you make sure that you fall within the budget. But again, not yielding to pressure. One of the things that I always tell people, not yielding to pressure or not yielding to how the society perceive that things should be done.
Because especially when it comes to yielding to pressure, that is, I think, is one of the things that...
one of the most dangerous.
Because December, it's like everything has relaxed. People want to just spend time together with family and friends and go out and have fun. Then again, you find that inafika mahali, I can push this up to this.
Sure.
Unapata umetumia pesa huko umepangia.
I remember a conversation. Just to expound it, a conversation, you know. We've got into a space where we need to teach even children about money. Yes, you've got to teach children about money. One of the things that as family, you know, and as I always teach family, you know, it's good to teach kids about money. Why? Because if they were saving, let's say, for example, 50 shillings on a daily basis or after 2 days, then they've got to understand that these 50 shillings, then this is how I've got to spend it. If they're saving, then when they need something, you've got to come with them and tell them this is what you have. So if they're supposed to buy something, then you've got to fall it within the priorities. So financial literacy has just to come back when it gets to planning and getting ourselves out of a mess.
Now let's get into the festive season itself. Now this is a during festive season. We've dealt with the pre-festive season. How do you go about now around your finances during that time now?
During that time?
Yes.
Very important and practical aspect of it is to make sure that, because you know, during festive season, you know, there's an aspect of execution of what you say that you do. One of it is to basically stick, you know. One of the things that I've always said that in terms of finances, that you've got to stick to your plan. If I plan, for example, it's a festive season, I planned, maybe I planned for 2 holidays. I have to make sure that I stick to those 2 holidays. But at the same time, again, also, it's a moment to reflect. Remember, human being grow. We are not stagnant. Celebration and growth. Even as you think about celebration, you have to think about growth because you're not static. So in the festive season, again, is a moment of reflection, understanding that there's January that is coming. But again, also very important that we as focused business, we also delve in and talk to our student. This is a moment that we tell our student to strategize, make a plan. In terms of when you've got to come back to college, you need to plan for your finances. You know, very important that time you take it slow, so that as you step into the next year, during that festive season, have your holidays. And this means that the holiday that you plan for, you put the finances, stick to it, and that is discipline. If I say that, for example, I'll use 25,000 or you use 50,000, this is, remember, based on your capacity. You cannot spend based on another person's capacity. It is based on your capacity. If I earn 50,000 and that's what I have for December, I cannot go all out and spend it.
So that is just actually living within your means.
Your means.
So now that we are in that season now, we had planned. This is real-time tracking of holiday expenses. Why is that important?
The reasons for tracking or recording your expenditure is that, number one, so that you don't, you do not strain when it gets to the following year. Number two, very important, it enables you to keep a balance, you know, a balance in terms of your spending and in terms of your growth. Remember, as we say that a human being, in as much as you spend, there's also an aspect of growth. That at the end of the day, you realize that your future needs money. Yes, your future needs money.
Exactly.
So as I spend also, I need to remember that my future needs money. And that's why planning is very important. I plan. Even as I spend, I track those expenditure. One of the things that I do, even for me personally, a practical aspect of it, I have my plans for every day. That is me. But I recommend that also others should also be have plans on a daily basis so that you don't go outside your budget. So that you realize that you have a number of things, you know, that I've got to do for my future. You know, as we step to the end of the year, one of the big things that we forget, that we also have our New Year resolutions.
Yes.
You cannot achieve them if you mess up December.
Yeah.
If you mess
Are there tools or methods that you think people can apply to ensure that they stay on top of their spending, especially during the festive season?
Number one is a budget. Stick to your budget. Have a budget. If you've got to spend this festive season, have a budget down there. But you also say it very importantly, you have to, financial, you know, literacy is very important. It's, if you've not got it today, then it's very important to talk to, you know, reach any financial expert, you know, so that you can plan with your money. And that's why, you know, where do I get my money? How do I grow my money? When it comes to festive season, how do I do with this? You know, it's important not to be locked by yourself, trying to spend the little money that you have, only to realize that in January you have nothing.
Yes.
So it's a moment this festive season to look for a financial expert. If you're not very good with your finances, you know, this is what I have. How do I get to go about it? But also very important to stick to your budget, because, you know, after all these lessons have been impacted on you, having a budget, there's another thing, you know, execution. And on that execution, it requires a lot of discipline, meaning that you have to avoid spaces where your money, you would chuck your money out easily.
Yeah.
You have to stick to what you had budgeted for and say, this is what I'm going to spend. If I was to go out and say that I'm going to spend 500 shillings, once it eats 500 shillings, I'll step out of the entertainment joint and go back at home.
Yes.
That's the practical aspect of it.
But kunanga ako kakitu kanakwambia,
Yes, we really-
stay a little bit longer. Bado ni mapema.
Yes, it happens, but now.
But also there's an aspect of, you know, during this season, marketing is done. There's continuous marketing, very rigorous one. We have flash sales, nini offers. But then again, you know, how can you advise people or consumers to be aware, not to be misled by discounts, so that they can spend accordingly?
It boils back to our first conversation. You know, one of the things that before you buy, do you really need it? For example, you have 40 pairs of shoes. Why would I need another pair of shoes? You have over 1,000 pair of shirts. Shirts. Why would I buy another one? You know, it's a very vital question. You know, for example, you know, you have everything. Why would I add extra? That's a question that any person should ask himself. You know.
And when it comes to gifting, how can people go about it? Because kuna watu wana expect kuna gifts. Girlfriends are expecting gifts, boyfriends are expecting gifts, wives are like everybody is expecting gifts. How do they go about it? Because to be generous, even without putting themselves under financial strain.
They always say that for us accountants, it's so easy. For us accountants, it's so easy. You know, it's so easy. But again, also, you know, the masses, you know, even those that are not financially literate, they have got to realize that it's not about pleasing people. Again, if I've got to gift, I've got to gift based on by budget. But at the same time, we can also prioritize to gift, not at the time that we are financially strained, but get a good moment to gift. In as much as there's pressure to gift, there's need for us to realize that, you know, it has to fall within the budget. But again, you can also postpone expenditure. You don't have to spend if there is no money. You've got to postpone an expenditure if there's no money.
And you can even go for low quality. I mean, low.
Yes.
Like.
Low
If zenye hazina, no, not low quality, but zenye hazina cost kubwa.
Yes, you can. Yes,
because even quality matters at the end of the day. You know, is it possible to separate genuine kindness from social pressure, especially when it comes to gifting?
Yes, it's possible.
And how can they go about it?
In as much as, like I said, in as much as you want to give, there must be a need to give.
Yes.
Yes. You know,
there must be a need to give.
Yes. There must be, you know, a need to give.
So it's the want to, not have to.
Yes. You don't have to.
Yeah.
Yes.
You know, there's also the aspect of spontaneous spending. How does it affect one's finances, finances and financial decisions during the festive season?
This is a moment that I was talking to a group of young people on financial aspect.
Yes.
Again, you know, you don't have to spend for what you've not budgeted for. You don't have to. If you want to grow yourself, then you've got to make sure that every expenditure is within the budget. And if you've got to spend maybe one or two times when you have spent without a budget, then you've got to know how you recover it. How do I recover it? And that means that, you know, you have plans, you know. You have plans also to get to grow the money. You know, there's one thing to have money, but there's also other aspect to grow money, which is also very important. If you spend money and don't grow money, you'll end up without money.
Yes.
Yes. So also,
okay, yeah, continue.
So also very important that those who are spending the money, they must also ask themselves a fundamental question: how am I growing the money? Yes.
Okay, that is the question I wanted you to stress on. When you talk about growing money,
yes,
what do you exactly mean?
I mean basically that, you know, if I had, for example, for 2025, in terms of my strategy, in terms of my resolutions, my target was basically to make, let's say, 500,000. I should come in 2016 and say that, you know, for 2016, I should double my income. But at the same time, as an accountant or as a financial aspect, I would also look at it because after growing the money, you also need to invest it so that it grows more. You know, we have so many forms of investment, you know. You can go into the money funds, you can buy assets that basically can generate more money for you. You can open a business so that you generate more money. But at the same time, also as you do that, you must also keep those businesses having money. And how do you keep them? You also have to make sure that the expenditure in those businesses are not very high, they're low. Because you can open a business and you're running at a loss.
Yes.
Yes.
And that is one of the goals you need to have, especially if you are going into January now, continuing to the new year.
Yes.
Let's look now at the post-festive season financial recovery. Why is it important that you have to audit yourself, how you spend your money during the festive season?
Very important. But before I delve into that, there's one thing that I talked about. I say that before or during, festive season, you need to cut on your expenditure, etc. But you have to remember that after the festive season, the two very important things that you need to do, it's about action and structure. Because remember, you don't go into December on a blank slate.
Yeah.
But you're going into December with, you carry January in December, saying that as I step into January, I have X, Y, Z to basically do. So after the festive season is about basically action and structure. So this is basically now implementing your goals, putting your goals into action. So it means that the bigger chunk of the work in terms of cutting your expenditure, you've done it in December. Planning properly, you've done it in December. So that as you come into January, you prioritize. If you had about 5 plans to do in January, I say which one comes as a priority? Which one comes as a priority? I would say maybe X and Y are the first ones to start with.
Yes.
You also create realistic, timetable and financial plan for that because it's about execution. You don't execute when you make a resolution. You don't execute it in December. Otherwise, you get to December the same. You're still rolling on the same plan.
Yes.
And many people are in that level. They come and confess that in 2026, I want to achieve this.
Yes.
But they don't know they messed 2026 in 2025.
Oh yeah, you can mess next year in this year.
Yes.
Without planning, proper planning and
yes, without planning. If you want to achieve the plans for 2026 starts now. And for companies now, they have plans that are rolling. They have a 5 year long-term plan. They have a medium-term plan. But also as individuals, we also need to have plans. You can't stay the same. If you stay the same, then you're not growing. So very important that we need to have plans. And these plans are not started in January. Remember, they should start in 2025.
Yes.
Yes.
That is very important.
Yes.
If I say I want to review my holiday budget, what should I be looking out for if I'm doing that audit? Yes.
If you're carrying out an audit, for example, it depends on your listing. Let's say, for example, on my list, I have 1, 2, 3 things to do. Let's say, for example, one is an holiday. Let's say an holiday in Dubai, an holiday in Mombasa or Malindi. I look at the cost aspect of it. But again, also, the things that you could want to travel outside, but they're here. So again, as you plan, you realize that whatever you're looking for, if you're looking for a beach, you can get it here.
Yes.
So if you don't travel, then you save on a massive transportation cost. So those are practical, actionable plans that you can actually take in terms of auditing, you know. If you're auditing that expenditure, I'm supposed to travel, your budget was on Dubai, and you look back and ask yourself, what if I'd done this in Kenya? The same facilities.
Yes.
If you're looking for an hotel, you look at facilities that we have within. You could be looking for something that is in here. So that as you audit it, you go back and say, I am not going to go to Dubai, but I'm going to have my holiday in Kenya, X, Y, Z, because the budget is within the range.
Yes.
Yes.
Does taking that audit influence or guide in terms of better financial behavior in the next year, or someone just goes through the same cycle?
No, auditing is very important. Why do we have auditing? Number one, we have auditing in terms of maybe the plans that you have. When you carry out your audit, make sure that, did I carry it as my plans as stated?
Yes.
You know, let's say, for example, government budgets, to make it just very plain, when you talk about government budgets,
yes,
why are they being audited? To make sure that the allocation that was done fell within the plans that were basically created. So as you audit yourself, the question is that, you know, I said I'm going to do X, Y, Z, you know,
yes,
in festive season, you know. Come January, you check that budget. You'll notice that I'm way behind. Maybe I'm not disciplined enough. You'll notice again also I'm spending on things that are unnecessary. So again, at that point, you also have to have a different mindset, you know, because there's not a time that is late to plan or to take action in your life, to make better decisions. So auditing is really vital, because every time you audit yourself, and a wise person, we always say that should basically audit themselves on a daily basis. When I step to my house, one of the things that I ask myself, I look at my receipts,
yes,
I list them down.
Yes.
And I will actually know, this one was a good one,
yes,
this one was a bad one,
yeah.
And so I begin to change. Yes.
Remember we talked about someone living way beyond their means.
Yes.
Which means during the festive season, they get into debt.
Yes.
But what are the dangers that people are likely to face when they carry those debts into January now?
And number one is strain. You could lose your property auction. You could be auctioned when you get into debt. And we always say, you know, when I've got to take money, you know, where is the money? You know, when it comes to loan, you know, the people who say loans are bad, the people who say that, you know, loans are good, but, you know, they can fall in between. But very important, when I take a loan, where is it going to go to? Where am I taking the loan for? Yes, how am I going to, how is this loan, you know, going to basically, how am I going to pay this loan? Very important. But at a stage, we always tell people there's a particular stage that you are in. We can call it infancy. You do not have money. Why would you take a loan that you're not even able to pay for? Why would you take a loan that you're not even going to put in business? Why would I take a loan to go and please other people? So that's a wrong decision. Yeah, that, you know, the viewers can actually, as you go for this festive season, it's very important to realize that don't take loans that are not going to go to business, especially when you're a young person who intends to grow. Take loans that are basically going to grow you.
Yes.
This is to the young people. Don't take loans for festive season. Take loan to propel you in January, so that you start that good business that you want to start.
Yes.
Yes. So that you take that good plan that you needed to take in January.
Is there a lifestyle shock that people experience when they are transitioning from the festive season into January? And how can they navigate it?
You know, that is the time that you realize when you have friends, you'll calls everywhere.
Yes.
You know, from the north, from the south, from the east, and from the west. Kindly, could you keep with this?
Yeah.
I'm falling short on this. I'm falling short on this. This family, some family will tell you, I'm falling short on this, you know, I need this and this and this. But you realize that just as we started, that all these things stems out from our planning and how we view finances. You see, the people view finances as, you know, just spending.
Yes.
But the people view finances that they should actually grow finances, or they should actually use them prudently. You know, so financial management is very key, you know, towards, you know, these shocks that we are going to have.
Yes.
So one of the things that we would actually talk to the masses, as we talk to the masses, is to remind them that, you know, as you go for these plans, remember there's a January.
Yes.
Remember there's a goal that you told yourself.
Yes.
You did not tell anybody. You told yourself that in 2026, I want to open a business.
Yes.
You are not going to do it if you don't budget. If you don't plan, you are not going to achieve that plan. So it's wise that you do the plan now.
Yes.
You don't have to wait for January, so that you call your friends. Give me send me some 500 somewhere. Maybe your friend is also tied to his, you know.
Yes.
So it's good to plan now, so that you do not strain.
Yes.
So that you do not also depend on others or strain other people
Yes.
when it comes to January.
Your closing remarks. This has been very informative. Your closing remarks.
Yes. Number one, I want to say thank you to the station, but I also want to say thank you to the viewers for having us here. I want to say that come 2026, we have talked about a very vital area, that is planning. Whether you're young, whether you're 6 years, whether you're 2 years, whether you're 15 years, whether you're 20, whether you're 60 years, it is important to be financially literate. And the time to be financially literate is now. The time to plan is now. And the time to execute your plan is not tomorrow, but today. Be wise in December. As we celebrate, let us not overdo it, but make sure it falls within the plan.
Thank you so much. There's a lot, when it comes to finances, there's a lot to talk about, because planning, investments, even planning for your goals. There's a lot that we can talk about, and rest assured, when time comes, tutakuita tena, tuongelee mambo ya pesa. Very important aspects.
Thank you so much.
That is CPA Ken Odongo, who is the director of Focus Business College, speaking to us about planning for and post-festive season. This is where this conversation ends, but don't go too far. Entertainment Thursday continues shortly with Vivian Degwa and DJ Unique. Stay with us.
When the hills gave way in Marquette, thousands were left with nothing. But together, we can help them rise again. Join KBC in the Restore Hope, Restore Earth campaign, Unity in Adversity. Together for Marquette. Donate through paybill number 522533, account number 8036543, or drop foodstuffs and supplies at Marquette County offices. Every shilling, every tree, every act of kindness counts. KBC, bringing Kenyans together.
A new era has come to KBC Channel 1 TV on your favorite gospel show, The Backyard, with me, DJ Tabs, as we introduce to you our new host, the one and only award-winning gospel artist, pioneer, Mr. Big Deal, Mr. General, the one and only.
Yes, man, I go by the name Hope Kid the General, Mr. Big Deal, new school dancehall pioneer, and I'm humbled to be your amazing host from 11:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. each and every Saturday with DJ Tabs, the head girl, and we'll be having amazing conversation with some of the leading guest line here on this show.
Join us
each and every Saturday.
Long shot.
Hebu toka. Uko sawa?
Sasa at least lakini na nyinyi mkwange mnaweka pia tissue huko.
Ziko zimejaa, labda mmemaliza huko.
Hakuna. Wewe nilikuandikia message.
Hapana.
Very good. Kwa nini unaandikia shemeji matusi kwa simu yake alafu unasema ni mimi nilimwandikia? Please calm down.
I don't know you now.
I know you and I want to give you secrets.
Mama, let me tell you, do not even
What
know
secrets?
me.
Tayangu alinipatia tatu skuli nama nikatululu.
Kuna.
How we get to officially kick off Entertainment Thursday right here on Good Morning Kenya. Nyashinski amesema ngoma zozote wataandika kumdis zitabo. Hey.
Hiyo ndio inaitwa kujiamini.
Oh, wow. You have to love Nyashinski. If you ask me, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest of all times of our generation. He's such a great singer, rapper. Hey, mwenye anapinga ainue mkono tumuone. Tumuone tu. Very nice. Haipatikani. Anyway, it is always a pleasure to have you start off your day right here with us on Good Morning Kenya. And as I mentioned, today is Entertainment Thursday, so that is exactly what we will be doing here today. We'll be ensuring to entertain you. Let me know if you know anywhere else that you get to be entertained this much on a Thursday morning. I will wait. Yes, this is definitely the place to be. We will be having an artist coming on here. He goes by the name Jarius Mola. Let me tell you, he's such a good artist. He might not be that much known, but he is a really good artist, and that is what we do here. We ensure to let you know some of the people that you really need to be knowing matters music. He will be here, and we'll also be having a storyteller telling us more about African storytelling, and as we get to celebrate also Kenyan storytellers, that will be happening right here. And as usual, my DJ is on the decks. Unique the DJ.
Top shota.
How are you?
I'm good. Niko poa sana.
Yeah.
It has been a minute. Now we are here today, as usual.
Yeah.
Entertainment Thursday. Muziki kama kawaida, au sio? Before nielekee kwa new music, ni mingi.
Yeah.
Almost 30 songs, new songs.
Wow.
But there's something imekuwa ikinisumbua with in the past, like similar to the old man. There's this thing, I don't know, to me, mpaka nimeiongelea nikaona yenyewe iko serious. Like hii stuff wenye wasio wanachukua part of the body But hiyo kitu baadaye inanidisturb sana by this. Hata sijuangi inaitwaje, lakini mimi inanidisturb. Unaona every lady is doing that stuff, and to me it's not healthy surely. Unaona, alafu mtu anasema anajipenda, anajifanyia, it's not healthy.
DJ. I had someone say, amesema mwili ambayo si yako ya kuwashia nini?
No. Unajua ni sawa tu, but unajua in future these things, unajua for now hata ni sawa, it ain't affect, but me I'm advising you. In future this thing is maybe it's going to affect you.
It might backfire on you.
There's another lady alisema juzi ati ajakaa for almost ajakaa chini almost 1 month.
Yeah. More than 5 weeks.
To each their own.
But I get what you're saying. It's kind of like a trend now,
yeah.
Whereby you want to look a certain way. And I was having this conversation with someone the other day, and my conclusion is, it is society that is getting us there, because there are beauty standards that society is pushing. You know, according to society, and by society I mean social media, I mean according to social media, which is the society we're in right now, it's like there's a certain look you need to be having for you to be termed as a beautiful woman. And I think that is what is corrupting most girls. I don't want to use the word corrupt, because to each their own. I mean, if I feel like today I want to have longer arms and I can elongate these arms, why not? I mean, why not? But anyway, I feel like it's something, it's the effects of what beauty standards
I get your
are
point.
dubbed
It's,
to be right
it's
now.
very true. The standards that the social media has set, I think it's getting into the minds of people, and especially young girls, and it's affecting them in a way that I don't know. Personally, if you ask me, na hii ni maoni yangu, si ya KBC.
They should not quote you.
Yes. Don't quote. They should not quote KBC. Hii ni maoni yangu. Going to that extent of wanting to enhance yourself that way, what does it speak about your very own self-esteem? That is a question one needs to answer. Yeah, because unajua leo, the social media will make it as the in thing. We have young ones coming up. What will they think about it? Unajua na watoto wanafanyanga chenye unaona watu wanafanya. But anyway, to each their own.
To each their own, you do what you want to do with your... I repeat, mwili ambayo si yako isikuwashe.
Banaenda tupiga gym na ukule vizuri.
Kila mtu ambaye na mwili yake vile anajisikia.
Also, let us deviate turudi kwa muziki kidogo. So some of the new music that zimereleasiwa actually Dufla Dilgon and furthermore were released a song yesterday. And it was also a very nice song. Vijana Barubaru, Ashley Gogo, they have a new song inaitwa Colors. Jabidi ako na new song inaitwa Involve Me ya Shere pia, au sio? Savara ako na new song inaitwa Use Me. Hizo no part of the songs zenye zimereleasiwa, pia furthermore na Nadia Mukami. They have a new song, very beautiful song. So those are some of the songs. Most of the songs I'll be sampling them to Kindelana show. So keep it locked. How's you?
Absolutely.
Unajua tumeongea mambo ya planning ya December.
Yes.
Mmejipanga aje? Mimi nimejipanga na tumbukiza. Mmejipanga aje?
Maana mimi hata kuna kitu mimi sherehe tu niko nazo mimi.
Mimi acha nikwambie DJ. Mimi nitaongea tu leo, naongelelea mambo ya tumbukiza. Tumbukiza. Whoever invented tumbukiza.
Just do this. Go write a story about tumbukiza.
Let me just acha niseme nitoke. Whoever invented tumbukiza, akienda mbinguni apewe wifi na stima isikose.
Akona special place.
Exactly. Wifi isikose. The secret is in the ingredient tumbukiza. And I end my story.
Okay, sawa. Mimi for December, just involve me. Okay. Just involve me. I want to be involved.
In other words, unanitaka wapi?
Yeah, unanitaka wapi, saa ngapi? Sawa. Anyway, we are officially into that celebratory mode, holiday mood, kind of, sherehe kind of feel. And you know the best place to get to start that off? This is the first Thursday of the month of December. You are in the right place. Entertainment Thursday it is. My name is Vivian Degwa. See you in a bit.
It's December. Hola, December. It's December. You know the vibe. December. Involve me. Involve me. Involve me. Involve me. So penye kuna good vibe, kisikia bula. Involve me. Mziki mkifeel nice, mkipata goosebumps. Involve me. Na penye kuna right vibration. Involve me. Tusikie fiti wote bas. Involve me. Batman mamani ya shikuku.
Wengine watasema
Mira, lakini kwa nataka kujua kama jina yako hospitalini.
Make peace before it's too late.
Nini tena? Shindwe na ulege.
Nani anafaa kuosha hivi vyombo? Mimi. Hebu harakisha unipikie chakula.
Kama ungekuja leo ningekufa na njaa.
Unataka kula, si ndio? Panua mdomo.
Lazima tukune evidence enough ya convince Chief Matata.
Nani amekuwa anatumia hii basin? Daddy, no. Here's your coffee.
I'm not interested.
Mbona nisukuma hivyo?
Kate chungu umenilisha kwa zaidi ya miaka 10. Nitakulisha kwa sekunde moja.
I'm here to piss you off daily as I smile.
Kila mwisho wa juma kwenye runinga yako ya KBC Channel 1.
Tunakuletea Mkulima.
Ni kipindi cha kila mtu.
Iwe wewe ni mkulima mdogo, mkulima mkubwa, muuzaji au mnunuzi,
au yeyote anayenuia kuanzisha kilimo ama ufugaji.
Tunaanza kwa mbinu bora na za kisasa za kilimo, ufugaji,
fursa za kibiashara, kuongeza thamani, pamoja na teknolojia za kuboresha kilimo.
Ni chakula ambao kwetu sisi inatuletea mapato mazuri, watoto wanasoma vizuri.
Mkulima kisasa inakupa maarifa,
motisha na suluhu za kurahisisha mazao,
kuongeza kipato na kulisha taifa kwa ujumla.
Tazama Mkulima kila Jumamosi saa 10:30,
ambapo kilimo na fursa zinapatikana.
Mkulima, tuko hapa kwa ajili yako.
Utajiri wa kwanza kumjua Mungu.
When do we draw the line between pepo na mtu ambaye anahitaji psychiatric help? People are going through stuff.
That time I've lost my mother. My biological mother is not there. The mother who took care of me is not there. This is now another friend of mine, and I'm like, what is this life? And for me getting into counseling, I think the first thing for me, training was, it first helped me. If you feel like you want to gym, to run, to talk to someone, do that. That you feel is going to help you to alleviate that pain.
Ni kwa neema, si kwa nguvu, ni kwa neema.
And we are back. Thank you for staying with us. Earlier on, I had mentioned that we will be having a storyteller on set with us, and the time is here. Yes, we have Chief Nyamwea, who is a storyteller. He's also an author, he's an illustrator, he's an animator, and the founder of Uli and Tata, and also the director of Uli and Tata. I'm sure you're wondering, Uli and Tata and Yogani, you're about to find out. Chief, welcome to the show.
Thank you, Vivian.
How are you doing this morning?
I'm doing wonderful. Traffic wasn't too bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, great
You're
to be
here.
in Thursday Entertainment.
It's a pleasure to have you on here, and we love stories. So the fact that we have a storyteller here today, we're in the right place with you here.
Thank you.
You know, we're about to get into the stories. First of all, I want us to begin with just getting to understand what Uli and Tata is all about. Yeah.
So Uli and Tata is a 2D animated kids show aimed mostly at 2 to 8-year-olds, although we have gotten cases where their parents and elders love the show as much as them. And the show is basically about a brother and sister who, through playing these old abandoned musical instruments, they summon a big giant bird out of the sky, and the bird takes them on adventures to discover about the culture and nature of Africa. And so far we've done 10 episodes around Kenya and also in Tanzania as well, with ambitions to go across the continent. The show is currently screening on Akili Kids. It does about 5 million views a week, and also, you know, growing quite a bit on YouTube.
Yeah.
So we have a strong young following.
That's really nice. Before we get deeper into that, let's first get to understand who you are, where your love for storytelling began, and why Uli and Tata, you know, right now. So let us in on your story now.
I am 40 years old, so I probably wouldn't give you... I wouldn't give you all 4 decades worth of history, but maybe I can take you back to the origin of how I got into making Uli and Tata. Before that, I've been in the creative and storytelling industry for, I would say, maybe 15 years, since I did my first graphic novel in 2010. And all that time I was making crime fiction stories. There was a time I had a comic in the Star for about 4 years called Robber. And I was doing that doing entertainment aimed mostly at my peers. But when I became a father, which was about 6 going on almost 7 years ago, all of a sudden I realized there was a huge gap in kids entertainment, because we would go online, we would look for, kids, they love music, they love dancing, and we would look for stuff from our region, and we couldn't find. It was just Coco Melon, Baby Shark, all those other earworms that irritate adults. So we got on a mission, and we were like, we have the talents in East Africa. We call ourselves Silicon Savannah. We know how to make cartoons. There's no reason why we should not have cartoons that are representing, our part of the world. And that's what set us on the mission, my partners and I. That's Sarah, who's also my spouse in real life.
Oh, nice.
And Manu, who at the same time had also become a father. So the show is named after our children. Tata being my son. In my mother tongue, Tata means father. And Uli is his daughter, because she used to keep the tongue out of the mouth a lot. And we called her Ulimi. So the show became Uli and Tata. And that's basically how it became, and it's just mushroomed from there, and our ambition is to keep creating more kids content. This one in particular is aimed at singing, at music, and also culture, because we want culture and music to be together. Sorry, we want culture and nature to be together, not the old style of like wildlife cinematography where they would only show animals in a world without people. We want them to be together.
I really like that, and it's really nice to know that it came from a need, that you lived the experience, like you knew.
Necessity is the mother.
So what do I get to put, for my child to watch? Because most times, as you said, we are watching things that are not made from here, and then you brought us Uli and Tata, which is now storytelling, but from our own stories. We get into our own culture. We get to listen to our own music. That is so thoughtful of you to do, because I'm sure most parents are enjoying it simply because it's closer home. It's closer home. And I've just looking through the YouTube, your YouTube, I realized that you do it in different places, right? So there's one written, Uli and Tata, and then there's Samburu, there's, you've gone to this other place, you've even gone to Tanzania. So when you, for example, the one for Samburu, is it that the storytelling now is around stories or the culture of the Samburu people? Tell me more about that.
So the format of each show is, the show usually starts in their home, which is in Nairobi. We wanted a place that's more cosmopolitan. You know, the kids' identity could be, you know, from anywhere in Kenya in particular. And they have a problem, and usually solving the problem involves learning a lesson that comes from the song. So if you take the Samburu one, for example, you know, the lesson was about friendship and about community. And that's what the song brought out. The song in that case, I think, was Sabache. Oh, Sabache, Ndore. And if you take the one from North Rift, which was based on the Ogiek community, the lesson was about courage, because the song is all about bees and the importance of bees and the value that they bring to our life. But the young boy is terrified of bees. He's so scared, he has a phobia. So when he sees a bee, he runs into the store and locks himself. So the lesson in that song was that you can't get to the thing which you love, which in his case is honey, unless you face the thing which you fear, which is bees, which is an important lesson for any kid to learn. So what makes the show interesting is that we don't just come up with the scripts, you know, out of the blue completely. The scripts are derived from the songs. The songs are the ones that give us the basis for the scripts we write.
Okay.
Yeah, so research becomes very important, actually, you know, traveling to these locations, learning directly from the people, so that we don't just create a stereotype.
Yeah, so the songs inspire the storytelling. 100%. It inspires the script.
Yes.
So where are these songs coming from?
They come from the people. They are public domain properties. You know, these songs come from the people, and which is
so
a really
songs
powerful.
that are already there.
Exactly. They're songs that have probably been sung for hundreds of years. You know, older than the Republic of Kenya. Which is great because you know, we've had cases where adults cry. You know, adult is looking after the kid, and then Uli and Tata comes on, and they're like, "Oh my God, this is from my childhood," and they never expected to see it in this format in a popular media.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. I can only imagine how that feels. You know.
You don't have to imagine. You can watch and see.
That. We don't need to imagine. Uli and Tata is a thing, and it is there. It's actually on YouTube.
Yes.
If you search Uli and Tata, you will find it there, and you can get to also enjoy it with your children or your nephews and your nieces or your grandchildren. It is there. And the thing about it is the fact that now it can be watched by, as you mentioned, it's from age
the core audience is
7.
The core audience is 2 to 8 years old.
I say newborn.
But you know, music, African music is special in that anyone can listen to it, anyone can jam with it. You know, the musicians are amazing. And I love the music personally. I would listen to the music myself. You know, like people are going for long drives on Christmas. We're working very hard right now to put the music on Spotify, even registered a music label just to focus on the music side of things. So it's special in that way, in that I think everybody, yourself included, will enjoy the music.
And I feel like that's a part of us keeping our culture alive, you know, keeping our stories alive. And I just want to get to hear from you, what's the importance of that, specifically, mainly from, you know, beginning with our young ones. You know, as you know, this is when their brains are developing. This is when, you know, everything is now, they're starting to understand things, you know. So what's the importance of them now learning from this culture that you are kind of preserving, you know, through Uli and Tata?
Thanks for that question. My partner Sarah has a background in psychology, and she always says that it's so important for children to see themselves represented in the stories they consume, in the media they consume. Because if you don't have that, the subliminal message is that my identity, my people are not worth seeing, you know. And if you think about it, like, we've been raised on, you know, Japanese cartoons, anime, you know, American cartoons, and like all of this, but we don't see ourselves. So we are able to relate to people all around the world, but unable to relate to ourselves in a way. So it's very important for self-identity, for confidence, you know, for going into the world and understanding that your perspective matters. It's really important for the development of a child, and that's something that we have lacked. So we wanted to make sure that that is not a problem that our children will have. They will have other problems when they grow up, but they will not have the problem that they did not see themselves represented. You know, if they want to go out in the world and, you know, become doctors, you know, whatever, great artists, scientists, whatever, they will have the confidence to go out and do that.
We'll be getting to watch the behind the scenes of the making of Uli and Tata within no time. I am sure that clip is ready. But before we get to that, you know, I get what you're saying. That representation is very, very important.
Yes.
Because I remember growing up, we really never got to see ourselves on screens, you know, when it comes to the content we were watching as children, even the dolls we were playing with. I'm seeing right now things are changing, you know, they have the black dolls with our kind of hair and all of that. But growing up, we would play with the Barbie dolls. So that's what you feel like, this is what beautiful looks like.
Yes.
You know, you don't think that this can also be, or this is also beautiful. So that representation is really, really important. And I'm getting the fact that, you know, it's coming from someone with a background of psychology.
Yes.
So clearly it is proven. So tested, approved, and trusted, as
Yes.
one Banaboy would say.
Exactly, yeah.
I love that. So now with Uli and Tata, are the characters actual children?
Yeah, I mean, I would say it's inspired by our real children, but not voiced by them. They're voiced by, you know, older children. So if you, obviously a 5-year-old might not have the maturity to be able to perform as a voice actor. So the actors that we used were 10, 11, 12 years old. The guy who plays, the boy who plays Tata is called Fadili, the girl is Tiana. The big bird that takes them on the adventures is John Sibiokumu, who you might know. Oh. So yeah, it's a good cast. We're very happy with them. And yeah, it's a very committed crew. Yeah.
How long has it been airing now?
So we did our pilot episode about 4 years ago and then spent the next 2 to 3 years looking for financing to be able to make the series. And then finally we benefited from a program called Creation Africa. The seed funding was from Kenya Film Commission. And then there was a program from the French Embassy called Creation Africa, which allowed us to make more episodes. And then eventually National Geographic came on board because our other partner is a National Geographic fellow, which is what allowed us to finally go beyond Kenya and go to Tanzania. So it's been going on since, I would say, proper since 2023. Yeah, end of 2023.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And right now, I mean, you mentioned that, you know, the videos can garner up to 5 million views.
That's on Akili Kids, the
one
TV
that
station.
is on Akili Kids.
Yeah.
It gets that kind of traction.
Per week.
Do you feel like more people now know about it, or we still have, you know, people who don't have an idea that they search? Because I'm sure maybe there are people who really didn't know and they have their children at home and they would love them to watch something that is, you know, feels close at home. Yeah.
Well, for sure, from a marketing perspective, you must never assume that somebody knows about what you're doing, you know. So I'm always happy to make that introduction and to tell, you know, people about Uli and Tata and what's going on. And I always get surprised that they're still growing audiences. They're still people who are not necessarily on YouTube, you know, and we are constantly expanding to new territories. And sometimes you get surprised where people are watching. Like in our pilot episode, we had so many views from India. And that was never our target, you know, audience. But, you know, by all means, we should allow it to continue to expand. So other things we are doing, for example, is that this weekend, on the 7th of December, we'll be having a kids festival, the first of its kind, you know, celebrating culture and nature from East Africa, and call it Pungulu Party, because our company is called
Pungulu.
Pungulu? Yeah. Well, our company is called Pungulu Pa. The makers of Uli and Tata is called Pungulu Pa Productions.
Oh, but why that?
Pungulu?
Yeah.
Well, we just wanted something that would appeal to children, something that's playful, not too serious, you know, and
Pungulu is like a term we would use. Ameanguka Pungulu.
Pungulu. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, and that's we wanted something that's playful, that everybody will recognize. Anywhere you go in the country, even outside the country, if you hear Pungulu, Pungulu, Pungulu Pa, you know, you'll assume that it's something playful. Yeah, that's why we called it that. Yeah, and it's also the call that the bird makes whenever he comes to see the kids. He'll land on the top of the house and he'll say Pungulu Pa. Yeah.
Okay, so you're having a kids festival, whereby you're going to be having, of course, children coming to the festival. So what should we expect from the festival?
So the festival was born just basically from demand of parents, that there was a group of parents who were like, we love the show, but we don't necessarily want our children to only experience being in front of computer screens. We also want them to have some sort of real world interaction. And that's when we started thinking, like, how can we take it off screens and into the real world? So we started, conceiving of Pungulu Party. We scouted venues, and, Ngong Racecourse was a really good venue. So it's going to be at Ngong Racecourse this Sunday from noon to 7 p.m. Live performances. So you'll have the same songs that are in the show performed live, interactive. All the kids will have instruments. They'll be able to play. We'll have every vendor will be made in Kenya. Different foods from East Africa, puppet show. We'll have Buni Media having the Matata and Friends puppet experience. And we just wanted to give something different, not just the usual bouncing castle and, those type of generic kids entertainment. Yeah.
All right, so how about we get to see the behind the scenes, the making of Uli and Tata?
On YouTube in search of these. You ready to go? Yes. Are you recording? Yes. Okay. Uli and Tata's African Nursery Rhymes is a 2D animated series aimed at preschoolers. It follows a brother and sister as they fly on the back of a magical turako from Kakamega Forest in search of Africa's disappearing nursery rhymes. The series was born 5 years ago when I became a father myself. And the children had an insatiable appetite for song and dance. And I didn't have that many. So I did what any millennial parent would do. I went online on YouTube in search of these, and I found nothing. Nothing from our part of the world.
Yay! You did it.
I realized that given the skills that we had as animators and creative people, we could actually do something about it rather than just look helplessly. So that set us on the mission to create Uli and Tata.
I prefer Namlolwe.
The series is actually inspired by our own children, my son being called Tata and Manu, our partner's daughter, being called Uli.
What is so exciting about this project is having stories for children, experience culture and sound and music, and then they bring it back into their real life experience.
One thing Kenya has is a diversity of languages and a diversity of sounds. Uli and Tata gives us a chance to let those voices be heard, let the visuals in those communities also be seen in an animated format for children to have some pride and also some relevancy to media that's from their place.
Research is very important in what we do. It's actually at the core of Uli and Tata's African Nursery Rhymes. A lot of the times as Africans, we are poorly represented. And so what we like to do is go straight to the source and get an unfiltered and authentic experience, which allows us to translate it into content that's good for our kids.
I haven't seen any animation represent places in Africa the way I have seen this. The stories thread and weave through from the past to the present and to the future. Future generations will be able to see this time capsule of past, present, and future interacting in a fun, relatable, funky, engaging way.
We need more and more production from our space that showcases who we are.
Pungulu Pa production. That is such, it was so beautiful to see, just the behind the scenes. And, there's someone who mentioned that they've not seen representation of the places, of places in this country like they've seen on Uli and Tata. And I want to agree on that. I love the fact that you're not just doing it in one place. You move around the country, you move around the continent, because you've also gone to Tanzania as well. So it's so good because we're now just getting representations of our spaces, our scenery, And yes, we're seeing it in anime, but of course anime it's bringing things to life. So was that on purpose? Was that intentional from the start?
Yes, it's very intentional.
Mm-hmm.
For so long, the diversity of our continent has been weaponized against us,
Mm-hmm.
It's been used to sow division and to hold Africa back. But we are realizing that, our diversity is actually our greatest strength. The fact that within 1 hour of traveling, you can be in a different culture, you can be eating different food, it's amazing. And it's something that can really be a great asset. And I feel like it's part of the work of nation building. Nation building is not just about government policy and, this type. That part is very important. But it's above all also about culture, about the media that we create, about the films that we watch. And that's what actually makes us into one thing, So I feel like you can't love what you don't know. I can't love somebody, living 8 hours away across the country if I don't know anything. So the first step is that our kids, let them be able to sing in all these different languages, so that Tanzania is not an alien place, so that Northern Kenya is not an alien place. This is like home. Yeah.
I love that. And on that note, we take a break and then we'll come back to wind up on the conversation.
This is not the end of the world. You have an entire life ahead of you.
Yes, Mom, but I don't see how.
This why you asked me to come all the way here? I mean, to be face to face with a man I don't want to see, a man who obviously doesn't want to see me either?
I was just trying to help you.
I don't need anything from you.
My dad asked me why Nora's wrists were both bandaged.
What did you tell him?
It's obvious that lately you have this habit of keeping things from me.
Why do you blame everything on me, huh?
I just want you to know that I'm willing to take the risk just to be with you.
I'm going to tell Marcelo how his father died. Then we will see who ends up thrown out in this pice.
Je, wewe ni mpenda soka? Na je, wajua kuwa KBC mwenzie wako wa dhati michezoni anakujali? Ndio maana KBC Channel 1 hukuletea taarifa na uchambuzi wa soka.
CAF ndio wamechukua usukani
humu nchini, barani Afrika na ugaibuni, ikiwemo EPL, Serie A, Bundesliga na ligi zingine. Mashabiki pia hutuzwa kwa kujibu maswali kuhusiana na soka.
Swali letu la leo.
Haya yote ni kwenye kipindi cha Dunda Dunda kwenye KBC Channel 1 kila Ijumaa kuanzia saa 5 asubuhi hadi saa 6:30 mchana.
Nawahimiza Wakenya waendelee watch Dunda Dunda show.
KBC, mwenzio wa dhati michezoni.
So that is one of the episodes. Yes. Tell me about that particular episode.
Wow, that's a special episode because it was episode 1. That was our pilot episode. The Manu's originally, our partner is from Kakamega, so we wanted a pilot where, we already had a few networks and resources and that type of thing. And you know, Kakamega is also special because of the rainforest that's around there. And the song Simbindi is about planting seeds and, you know, the importance of planting seeds. It was also a chance to talk about the water cycle and how, you know, trees relate to rainfall. So that's what the episode is about. And yeah, it was special. It has a special place in our heart just because it was episode 1.
It was episode 1 for you. Yeah, Kakamega is where my DJ is from. Is it?
Representing.
Yeah. So you represented him as well.
Asante.
Yeah. From the other clip that we saw before seeing that, the one for the BTS, the behind the scenes clip, we can tell that a lot went into the production. I mean, just seeing the product, you can tell that the production is A1.
Thank you.
From the behind the scenes content, the clip that we've seen, I've noticed that you've worked with the best of the best.
Thank you.
You know, so a lot really went into the making, or goes into, because it's something that is continuous.
Yes.
A lot goes into the making of it, right?
Yes, 100%.
Yeah.
Animation, one of the best things I love about it is that it's a team sport. And most cases, people don't know who make their animations. They'll watch a cartoon, and unless you're very keen to look at the credits, most people don't know who's involved in making it or what goes into it.
Yeah.
And that's, in a way, I kind of like that. I like that, you know, it's not a very egocentric business. It's a team sport. Nobody makes a season of an animation by themselves. It's, you know, a lot of people who don't get seen. It's not even just people working in software. There's the research team that go out into the locations. You have the, you know, the storyboard artists who turn the scripts. You have the script writer, first of all, the storyboard artists, visual development team who draw the backgrounds, who draw the characters. You have the people who animate with the software. Then you have post-production. And then, of course, you know, producers are very important, you know, because they're the ones who make sure everybody's on time, deadlines are being met, and marketing. So there's a whole team. You know, we were privileged to find really good people. In the video you saw Mandela performing the Winyo song. We had Polycarp of Sauti Sol Fancy Fingers, who was a music director for a bunch of the songs. So children unite us. They bring out the best in us, and I feel like they're the best in humanity. So, you know, especially for a lot of these artists, they're parents themselves. So they also want to see their children have what they did not have also.
Yeah, yeah, and that's really nice to just get to witness. I want us, for example, say, you mentioned that the songs inspire the story that will be told.
Yeah.
So you find a song for that particular episode, and then now it inspires the story. I would love for you to like take us from, as we finish, from inception now, which is we already know the inception is the music. So now from the inception, how do you go about it until we get to see now the production that we get to watch? You've mentioned the people involved. Now just take us through. We find the music, and then what next?
Okay, so in the case of, I'll talk about maybe when we were in Tanzania with the Hadzabe. They were so fascinating. They're really fascinating people. One of the last remaining hunter-gatherer groups in East Africa. And they were able to communicate with a bird called the honey guide. They were able to sing to the bird by whistling. And the bird would lead them to honey and, you know, the places where honey is. And they have what they call mutualism, in that they provide the bird with wax, because the bird likes to eat wax of the honey, and, you know, they get honey. So they even make a song, you know, in praise of the bird, and they whistle to the bird. They whistle, it sounds like... So when they talk like that, the bird comes fly. And I actually witnessed this myself when I was there. So we were like, let's build a song around this, where they go and they find this Hadzabe boy, and they have a song about Hale Hale Atikiliko. Their beloved bird is under attack from another bird called Hale Hale, and they have to rescue that bird. So we wrote a script around that, and then you know, got the performers to perform the song, and then the usual pipeline process, which I explained, from storyboarding to visual development, animation, post-production. And yeah, that's it. Yeah. And it's at its peak, I think the crew at its peak of production is between 35 and 40 people. So yeah, like I said, it's a team sport.
It's a team sport for sure. Involves a lot of people and involves a lot.
Yes.
All right. So now for the people who would love to get to watch it. Okay, we mentioned it's on Akili Kids.
It's on Akili Kids, on YouTube. If you just search for Uli and Tata. If you'd want to meet us live and, you know, to meet with other kids. And, you know, we have Pungulu Party, which is great during this festive season. It's going to be happening at the Ngong Racecourse. Just go to MOOC and search for Pungulu Party. Or if you search for Pungulu Party, it'll be the first search result on MOOC. So you can get your tickets there. If you have kids, DJ. or you know, not necessarily only if you have kids. You might have nieces and nephews, or you know, kids who just want to, you know, meet with other kids, and we'll, you know, put the best possible show for them.
So on Sunday.
On Sunday at the Ngong Racecourse.
2 p.m.
From noon.
From noon.
Yes.
From 12 all the way till 7 p.m.
Yes.
Go with your children there. Go with your nieces. Go with your nephews. Allow them to enjoy. You know, sisi kama watu wazima tuko na vitu zetu za kuenjoy nyingi sana. For the kids, I feel like it's usually very limited, especially in Nairobi. Aside from them just being in the house in front of the computers.
Magorofa. We don't even leave playgrounds nowadays.
Playgrounds. So I mean, this is a fantastic way to allow your kids to just go interact with the other children. So I think this is a really brilliant idea, and probably maybe you should be doing more of such.
Yeah, we hope so. So yeah, this is our pilot, as we say in film.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for bringing Uli and Tata to life.
Thank you.
Because now you're blessing, you know, our kids in one way or the other with the representation. I feel like that is really important.
Thank you,
So asante sana.
Shukran.
All right, this is where we end this conversation. I am sure that you have gotten to enjoy it. And for those people who are hearing about Uli and Tata for the first time, yeah, it is there. It's a Kenyan thing done by the Kenyan people. So yes, get your kids on it. Do not go too far. We'll be taking a short musical break, and then when we come back, we'll be coming back with a really talented musician. You don't want to miss it. See you in a bit.
Now, hear this. Now, hear this.
game yani vile nafaa. Wakikukazia kwa moon we aim the star. Wakikuja kushtuka uko very far. Kumbuka hii umeambiwa na ukonko. Kwa nyumba yako ndani tu wewe ndio sonko. Kwa hivyo kiambiwa upunguze redio, ambia jirani yako toa banze masikio. Na tudako fikire kwake usio. Tunakatika saiza wanyama zile ziko. Tunaanza na kuku tunamalizia na mosquito. Wacha ikubambe na upunguze mawazo. Jalishika umesota, jalishika uko nazo. Furahia maisha, weka shida zako kando. Yeah. Furahia maisha. Furahia maisha. Furahia. 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 Furahia maisha. Furahia. Furahia maisha. Leo kizani kuna bash mi nafanya. Hii bash watu wawili peke ndio tunajuana. 30% walikuja kuchinjiana, 70% wote ni market crasher. Na wao ndio utete hii food ina nyama. Jamaa uko aliko na ndio unabonga sana. Ukitoka kwako usingekuja kwa umemanga. Bash ikianza kuna mtu anatupa lugha. Sikianza kushika vile watu wanakunywa tupa. Kila kona iko busy vile watu wamejikunja. Ulingia peke yako umetoka mkio wawili. Kama ulingia wawili ukaki mandazi. Hapa utarusha tu kwa baridi. Sitaki maswali fanya tuwe ni mkabila gani. Kama una ukabila niondokewe ni mtiaji. Furahia maisha, sitaki kujua umetoka wapi. Furahia.
Flows down the valley, Icarachonyo edalawa, Toyamo maler, Kudo, Piño Cueo, Todo casetero, Culo, Chacopong dalano, Dalagi babana, Dala Querena, Iri vende beo dalano, the fleshy leaves of my rabono, dancing happy merrily, oh jameni, uinjo tum nini so mama ai, nina kuja, iwelo, welcome, runwanyuka, etuke seba, eruka mano, well done, hey, dalagi babana. Dala Querena, Iri bende beo dala Nyithindo yieng'o pugno jodongo morte ne gigo sigalagala ai jopinyo morte maisa tabu onge maisa tamu ne nyithindo yieng'o pugno jodongo morte ne gigo sigalagala jopinyo morte maisa tabu onge maisa tamu
Let me tell you something. Nice. That is just it, man. That is just it. When you talk about good music, this is what we're talking about. I told you guys we're having a talented musician coming on, and yes, you have seen it for yourselves. You have listened for yourselves. You've heard it, you know. He is such an amazingly talented musician, the one and only Jairus Mola. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ulijua wapi kuimba vizuri hivyo?
Mom?
Really?
Yeah.
Take us back. Let us into the story, like where your love for music began and how you got into it.
At home, my mom was singing in a choir from a Catholic background. So yeah, I would go with her to the choir, and back home we'd sing together. So yeah.
That's where it began for you.
That's where it began for me.
Did you just know now from the get-go that this is what I would want to do? Or since you saw it, you know, with your mom, you know, with the choir, do you also like, I want to be singing in the choir? Because I know most musicians started there, you know, singing in church. Was it the same story for you?
No, it wasn't. I play football better, I'd say. So I chose football most of my life until after high school, actually. That was in campus. That's when I decided, let me learn an instrument. Guitar is an instrument I'd wanted to learn since I was in preschool. Our teacher used to play guitar for us every Friday afternoon.
Wow.
So
Shule yenyu inaona kama ni AI. Inaona kama ni AI.
It's a school in Kibera.
Yeah.
Soweto Primary.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, Mr. Evans would play us music every Friday afternoon.
So that's where your love for the guitar now
came. So I told myself, I kept saying, I'd get my guitar one day. Yeah, so when I got to campus, that was my chance. So I got a guitar and learned.
Yeah. So you gave music a break for a while. I mean, you knew you loved music from the get-go, you know, while you were still quite young, but you got into football and left music for a while. And then now in university is when you picked it up again. Is there something that inspired you to go back to music and now say, aya sawa ni kama football, sasa kwa heri wacha, let me get back to music?
I think there's always just something calling you back to your passion, to something that you, of course, I love football a lot.
Yeah.
And it has always been a fight, you know, football, music, but music won, I guess. So when I got to campus, I found people who were massively talented. People would play guitar, sing, and I was like, wow.
Yeah.
At that time, I could only sing, so that's all I could do when we were jamming. So, but I was like, I should know how to play the guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it self-taught?
No, I wouldn't say it's self-taught because even if you're learning from YouTube, it's still not self-taught.
It is self-taught.
No, it's not.
Really?
Someone's teaching you.
Okay, yeah, someone's teaching you, but you are, okay. You're kind of like teaching yourself through YouTube, through the person who's teaching you.
So partially YouTube, and of course now just hanging around with like-minded people. Yeah, who also people who knew already at that time, and also others who are learning just like me. So,
yeah. Now, how would you describe the kind of music that you do in terms of the genre or maybe the feel altogether of the music that you do? I feel like it's giving some vibes of that what we hear with Okello Max, but not entirely, because now I think he's switched how he's doing his things, you know. It's also giving kind of like Costa Ojwang, that kind of vibe. How would you describe it?
Mine is it's benga. The kind of music I do has highly been influenced by one great Musa Juma.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's a person and a band that I have listened to almost all my life. So yeah, that's where the influence comes.
That's where the influence
That's
comes.
where the influence comes. Akina Costa. Costa is a very good friend of mine.
So you have a collab with Costa. We'll get into that.
Of course, Okello Max, massively talented. Maybe we'll work together maybe later on. But yeah, we are in the same ecosystem. Of course, now times have changed, and you know, you have to move with times. So much as we're doing benga, you know, you fuse it with what is modern and all. Yeah, but benga majorly.
All right, DJ.
Well, I think for now, unajua mi that part you there's a part umefika ukaanza kuwhistle. Mi kuwhistle na mi ni mbaya.
Really? Am I the only one who doesn't know how to whistle? Is there a technique? Like if someone were to ask you, teach me how to whistle, is it doable? Like is there a technique utamwambia fanya hivi?
Yeah.
I've never known how to whistle.
I think inakujanga tu automatic.
It's a skill.
Technique, but majorly depends on your breath patterns.
Maybe.
Yeah, depends on your breath patterns.
Okay.
You miss your breath patterns.
That's it.
It's it. Yeah.
I will, because you've whistled. The other guest we had, the storyteller, also there's a point he whistled. So I was like, I think it's a thing. I should learn how to whistle. But anyway, it's so amazing how you do your music and just how well you've learned your craft. Like you do it with so much ease. Umekaa tu hapo ni kama ni kawaida. Like it's just it's normal. I mean, kwani nyinyi hamwezifanya hivi, you know, and you just do it so nicely and it's beautiful to see. And I always say when you have an artist who's a live performer and is here with their guitar, we'll listen more. We'll do more of you singing than us speaking. So before we take our break at exactly in the next 1 minute, how about you take us on the break with your music? Whew. So let's play music until we go for the break.
Nyumba nzuri, masikilizano mema kati ya wanaoishi ndani na wala sio kutana milango. Na kama kuna vikwazo baina yetu, naomba unielezeana, usinipe mgongo.
na kama kuna jinsi twaweza tutafute suluhisho mama, usinipe kisogo. Pile 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 kawan kodi idawa siwe masidi mama, siwe mbali nami. Maisha pura kionge, paro bende sikolala, asika bayo kamani, bende achalora ura. Naomba uje tubonge, urudi mami, tuishi pamoja. Maisha pura kionge, paro bende sikolala.
Alright, let's take a break and then we'll get back to the music.
Asika bayo kamani.
Nimekuja kukusaidia. Na nataka kuambia kuwa Mayaya anaoa.
Mimi na jamii yangu tumefanya kazi kwa bidii, ndio maana tunaendelea.
Baada ya haya yote uliyotendewa na Usha, ni haki kwako kumsaidia pia.
Kiza dada, mwanzo umepata kumjua huyo kijana, ikiwa kweli wampenda au la.
Kisha
Kiza mjomba, mimi nina shughuli nyingi sana ambazo nataka kufanya, kwa hiyo tafadhali, sina muda. Ukirudia tena tutakosana. Singita ndiye mtusi, ndio ndiposa akawa imania bila kuona haya.
Mbona hutaki kuwa mke wangu Mayeye?
Ru
ametufika kooni, tuwalinde sijezama.
Kupa mpe akupae, kumpa sio kupa, si kupa ni kutupa.
Interneti hii, je, ina madhara?
Nasaidia wanafunzi kujenga kipaji chao.
Yaani kuna mwanafunzi ang'ari shuleni lakini anang'ara TikTok.
Tumia interneti sana, unagundua kuwa unatumia muda mwingi kwa interneti kuliko ambavyo unakaa na familia yako nyumbani.
Kubembea kuna raha, lakini tuwe makini.
Kubembea kuna raha, lakini tuwe makini. Makofi mpigie. Vitaje vipera vya fasihi.
Ngomezi, maigizo, mazungumzo.
Matatizo ni gani katika fasihi andishi?
Sio kila mtu ana uwezo wa kusoma.
And we are back. Thank you for staying with us. This is Entertainment Thursday, in case you're just tuning in. And we are having an amazing time right here. We're just entertaining ourselves as we get to entertain you, and we all get entertained, which is a lovely thing, an amazing, amazing thing on this beautiful Thursday morning. Now, we took that break, and we took the break with Mola playing for us. Before we get back into playing, let's talk about your album. You have an album by the name Molarity.
Yes.
Tell me about the album.
Molarity first comes from my name, just being a little bit witty.
Oh.
But then the depth of it is from high school chemistry, Molarity. So Molarity is the amount of solute in a solvent. So for my album, it's the amount of love in my experiences with love in different ways and formats. Of course, my personal relationships with my friends, with my family, with the environment. So, yeah.
Yeah. Did you remember that? The moles, you did that in chemistry ama ilikuwa si compulsory?
Mimi sikufanya chemistry.
Wacha kukata, sema tu kumbuki.
Physics. But it's true. I did physics.
The amount of solute in a solvent. Do you know what a solute is?
What are those?
Do you know what a solvent is? Mesema wewe huko. Huko monitor. Mambo ya Dex.
Monitor.
Tukutoe. Mambo kujiondoa kidogo.
Najiondoa kidogo.
Tumeku excuse. Alright, so that's where it came from. You just decided you'll play around with it because when someone reads it or pronounces it and says molarity, one would think, Kusho unasema vizuri haungoi, si morality you're trying to tell us. Hiyo L inageuka R. So it's actually like intentional. You just had it as molarity.
Yes.
Because of your name Mola.
Yeah.
All right, so now, you know, with the album, how many songs are in the album? 10 songs off of the album. And I've seen you've done really great collaborations on the album. So talk to me about the collaborations that you've done. I know you've worked with Costa on it. You've worked with, what's his name? Is it Israel?
Yeah.
Yes, you've worked with Israel as well. So tell me about the collaborations you did and maybe what each collaboration meant for you.
Let me begin by the one I've done with Costa. It's called Rebound. Hey, is the streets
Nairobi.
Yeah, so Rebound is a song about my personal experience. Got into a relationship. Things didn't go really as expected.
A rebound relationship.
Yeah, I was the rebound.
They never really work out.
So yeah, so that's the story behind the song. Yeah, tulipatana na Costa studio and he was like, I jump on it. I was like, yeah, jibambi. So yeah,
your time ulikuwa uko heartbroken?
No, nilikuwa nimeheal long time ago.
Atakujudge.
No, hiyo ilipita kitambo sana.
Yeah.
The song is old. It's just been recorded last year, but it's it's an old one. Yeah.
So that's what Rebound is all about.
Yeah.
So most of your songs are actual stories, like actual lived experiences, if I may call them.
Yeah.
Your lived experiences.
Sometimes kuna zenye ni third party, of course, unaona, this is happening, and so it's not entirely my story. No.
All right. Yeah. So that's Rebound with Costa Ojuang. The other collaboration?
The other one is Safari. Safari is just, how my observation of how we take relationships these days, and I've always thought it's a journey. So of course, kuna the good ones, kuna the bad ones. Yeah. Kuna sometimes wanasema, unaona, it's a red flag, but you insist it's not red, it's pink.
It's pink. See, like pink.
Yeah, it's
so you just rub your eyes and see. It's actually pink.
Ama ni maroon, si red.
Ama kama ni red, tunaweza try to dilute, tuibadilishe. You know, ukiongeza nini ndo ina turn pink. Don't remember, man. But yeah.
So that's what Safari is about. Israel is one half of Watenda Willy.
Yeah.
Very massively talented.
I agree.
And we've been friends for quite some time. So we met and we were just jamming, and Safari came about. Yeah.
Any other collabo?
Yeah.
From the album that you can mention?
Mathai Njama. The song has a very weird name. A-E-O-U. So yeah.
Why? Or what was the story behind it?
We were at KNT, just out here.
Yeah.
And again, we had just met to write a song. And now we'd written everything. Mathai had the tune on the guitar, but now we were looking for a chorus. So yeah, we started humming, just looking for melodies, and we were like, just let it be the chorus, and that was it. And that became the name of the song.
A-E-I-O-U.
Yeah.
I think I would want you to play that for us. Could you play it kidogo, and then we come back and finish the interview?
Yeah.
All right.
Kinde mange agombo bedo dala, jomoko nyisa ni nilale boma. Kinde mathoth agombo bedo dala, adugo nyuka gota ne omadho, mariewa bende ne wachamo. Kula ne wadhi, pinemi, pinemi, ayo, 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 ayo. I know I've been gone for far too long. I can't wait to get back home. Take the days and make me love. Oh. Aye-oh. Aye-oh. Aye-oh.
And that is I-O. And I love just how creatives work. You know, you're like, okay, wacha tutafute hii melody. I-O. Mbona hiyo siku ya chorus? Twende nayo, and it becomes a thing, and it's beautiful. I mean, we get to listen to it, and so I love hearing those stories because you get to find out some nitty-gritties that maybe you would never have known. So I love it for sure. You do your music in the Luo most times.
Yeah.
Most of your songs have the Luo. The Luo is the main thing.
Yeah.
And then Kizungu na Kiswahili inaguzishwa tu ikuwe tu mujue bado mimi ni Mkenya, yes, you know, na najua Kiswahili na kama Kizungu naelewa. So is there a reason behind that?
Yeah, for me, I've been raised in the Chris Brown and Mario and Neo era. So of course I grew up listening to a lot of R&B. But I just reached a point I was like, okay, if I am to go, so, you know, reach certain heights, it's a lot easier singing my vernacular, because truth be told, I cannot sing English better than James Blunt,
the Chris Browns of this world.
Chris Brown, Mario, Neo, Ed Sheeran, Passenger. So yeah, just choosing a niche where you can, you know, can get better, and you just find space. Yeah. So
you
that's
find
why
your unique thing, and
you run
with it. Okay, I love it. So now we need to finalize the interview. You're going to be letting us know where people can get to listen to the album for those who haven't, for those who got to see you here for the very first time, where they can get to catch up with you on social media. And then we have fans who are celebrating their birthday today. And it's up to you. Kiamua kwa idea. Kiamua asema wewe ni mbaya. So there's one who's watching us from Machakos anaitwa Shama. Amesema huyo msanii akiniimbia tu happy birthday nitasikia vizuri. So you'll get to do that, but you can mention where to find your songs and where to find you on social media.
First is to thank people who've listened to the album so far. Naona, nimejiona kwa raps za, some people, and it's a beautiful thing, especially for my debut album. Asanteni sana. More music is coming. Kwenye tunapatana leo. Welcome to the family. You can find me on every streaming platforms at Jairus Mola. The album is Molarity. And yeah, just, pick your poison and, go with it. Where you can find me on social media, again, Jairus Mola all through. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, YouTube, everywhere. At Google, look, you type to Jairus Mola, you'll find me there.
All right, are we going to do the birthday song, kidogo?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll just sing it a cappella if that's okay.
Yeah.
Also. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Shama. Happy birthday to you. How old are you now? How old are you now? Happy birthday, dear Shama. Happy birthday to you.
All right,
Yeah, enjoy your day, Shama.
Thank you so much. This is where we finalize this interview with Jairus Mola. Get to find him across all social media platforms. Get to interact with his songs. Get to listen to them. You have seen that he is an amazing, talented artist. So how about we support our very own? And we're going to be taking the musical break with one of Jairus' songs. Tumemsikiza yeye mwenyewe akiimba. Sasa wacha tusikize akiimba ndani ya studio sasa. Huko. The song is Ne by Jairus Mola.
The river flows down the valley, Karachono, Edalawa. Male, kudo, vinyo kuyo, casetero, culo, chaco bongalano, la give bana, la cuerena, iri bende veo dalano. Fleshy leaves of my rabono, dancing happy merrily, wajaberi, uinjotu, so mama I nakuja, iwelu, oeloka, unwanyuka, tukisiba, perukamano, well done. And I give up and la cuerena, iri bende veo dalano,
Hisia mingi ndani ya roho.
Another day, another crisis. Keyboard warrior still typing. Mini lava siku hizi spendi fighting. Na mahita hawawezi ntoa timing. Na hata wakinita guide, I know my baby will be by me. Na wakiniseti kwa IG, dawa ya watiaji huwanga silence. Niko sherehe mina vibe, na nyimu nani analyze. Who I wonder by, me I'm just tryna catch a wine. We shughulika na your life. Niko sherehe mina vibe, na nyimu nani analyze. Who I wonder why, I'm just tryna catch a wine. We shughulika na your life. Cheki zangu zimenai. Don't you disrespect my lover. Tonight I don't want no drama. drama. My God, chaber dongingeo anahero gasi anda. Leo ni party hadi mchana. My God, na viganga na kikosi. Kwa mfuko pesa haikosi. Mademu ananitanga kiongozi. Vile mimi hutesanga Nairobi. Sele zimeripoti. Chini tuko kwa magoti. Akiwewe usinirekodi. Kesho nipate mmesha niposti. Niko sherehe mina vibe. Nanyi munani analyze. Wanda vibe. Me I'm just tryna catch a wine. We shughulika na your life. Niko sherehe mina vibe. Nanyi munani analyze. Wanda vibe. I'm just tryna catch a wine. We shughulika na your life. Cheki zangu zime nice. Don't you disrespect my lover. My God. Tonight I don't want no drama. My God. Chaber dongingeo anahero gasi anda. Leo ni party hadi mchana. My God.
Na mada beats ndo zile kwa masanduku JB. Hizi dumba ni jasho mafans na J6 ta hit Kampala mpaka Tanzania kwa JD. Boom shaka boom, hii ni dumbala Udada ni tukumdara baby. Hizi remix ya tu ni remix of the year. Those of us similar opinions sema the A have it. Super rapper, super singer. Noma sana, utashangaa. Asante sana, shukran, thumbs up. Dada kweli umejibeba jibeba. Hakuna dumbala nachafanga pampaka Kampala. Tukianza ngam. All men will be living in the sky. Sifanye unawakika we chege. Sifanye kana sisi ni mabwege. Labda kwa chika mlaya sisi tuna kitika kuwaje. Kata mambo safi kwa kuna noti.
fire. Oh God, only you. Oh God, only you. Oh God, give me love. Oh my God, only you. Only you. Only you with me. Oh my boy, I know you want me, 'cause I got you right in me. I see the way you look at me. On your guarantee never with the work on you. Yeah, you say I got the good custom. You got a good body, got a cute somebody. My lover, my lover, my lover. Tell her I'm not ya. My lover, my lover, my lover. Oh, tell her I'm not ya. Only you. Only you. Only you with me. Oh my.
Natafuta msichana ataniexcite. Kama huyo msichana waraminiexcite. I was looking at you 'cause you are looking at me. Ooh, can't you see that this is chemistry? Macho yako yanameta kama star. Na umbo lako lanifanya ulala. And if you like me and what you see, I can organize some privacy. 'Cause you are deadly, shapely, sexy, especially when you move around to the sound. You come around eventually. Deadly, shapely, sexy, especially when you move around to the sound. You come around eventually.
I swear niko maji. Obe baba, obe, obe baba. Sikushua niko po. Obe baba, obe, 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 obe baba.
Great Vava, Nemara menya no way ha ha. Neka ukamaragwa na gatidakaga. Heat up game you kula kama sapa. Todo mwana mwega no da. Ratatata ni ediko hota. Ratatata Kenya deko hota. Adone marokera totire da Babylonia. Korita ne koro. Doyo kire ogie kika odo. Tanorete ramo doko. Ore siria gai ni modoko. Wake up, baby, this is a wake-up call. Stand up no matter how many times you fall. Get up, the view's too nice. I smoke that kalala, do you got a light?
I swear niko maji. Obe baba, obe, obe baba. Sikushua niko po. Obe baba, obe, obe baba, obe, obe baba, obe, obe baba, obe, obe baba. Yeah,
every time that so much I love you. I know feelings run deep. If I drown it's because I want you. They might say that that you're crazy, but crazy is what I'm drawn to. Kila mtu na kwake wachana na mambo ya watu. Baby, you can use me, just have a lose me. Baby, you can use me, just don't abuse me. Baby, you can use me.
It's a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful show. It has been a wonderful show right here. Entertainment Thursday. And it happens every single Thursday morning on Good Morning Kenya, KBC Channel 1. Thank you so much for staying with us. This is where we get to say goodbye. Mike, umejibamba?
Sana. Umejibamba sana. In front and off the camera.
Yeah.
Acha nikwambie, there's no way, hakuna mahali ingine utapata Thursday inakaa Friday.
Yeah.
Only here. And it happens every week.
Yep.
The show to watch is Good Morning Kenya. This is Entertainment Thursday. DJ anafanya mambo yake pole pole kwa
kama kawa.
Pole kama kawa.
Mtulivu, kijana mtulivu sana.
Kijana mtulivu.
Kijana mtanashati, hana mambo mengi.
Mambo mengi. Kusababisha tu.
Kusababisha hapa. But it has been real. Thank you for tuning in. We look forward to having you every day right here on KBC Channel 1 because we have not only entertainment but other shows that make your day and also get to inform you on what is happening right here on KBC Channel 1.
Yes, that is the case right here on Good Morning Kenya each and every weekday morning. So we get to say goodbye and then we leave you with our DJ playing you some mixes before tumalize kabisa. So have yourselves a lovely, lovely day. Do enjoy your weekend as we get into the weekend. Uko na mahali ambapo unawataka.
Unajua, sherehe inaanzianga hapa.
Unatutaka wapi?
Unajua hii December bora waambie tu msee unanitaka
wapi? Tulisema to involve me.
Yes.
Just involve me.
Actually, alafu in Ocha, you know, just we unatoka tu na kasweta, utakosa mahali kumesimama ka tent.
Hawezi kosa.
Hawezi kosa.
Hawezi. Alitoka akaenda kutupa takataka, alijipata Naivasha. Na dustbin yake. So yeah.
So tomorrow tuko pale after hii sherehe tunaendelezea pale Jabu Bar pale Kilimani. Tukitoka hapo on Saturday all the way to Meru. Wase wangu wa Meru, I'll be there tukuwakilisha kabisa au sio? So make sure Morome.
Salimia Morome.
Tasalimia Morome.
Wasalimia sana.
All right, there you have it. You know where to get to find our DJ Unique, the DJ. And you already know he's a great DJ. So get to find him where he'll be playing over the weekend and enjoy yourselves. How about we call it a wrap right now? Vivian Dagwa is my name. Thank you so much for watching. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing. Goodbye.
It's because I want you. They might say that you're crazy, but crazy is what I'm drawn to. Kila mtu na kwake wachana na mambo ya watu. Baby, you can use me, just have a lose me. Baby, you can use me, just don't abuse me. Baby, you can use me, just don't confuse me. Baby, you can use me. Baby, you can use me. Kasabuni sikwishi, okay, afulia, wekunywa, penzi la uzima. Kasabuni sikwishi, okay, afulia, wekunywa, penzi la uzima.
Tunakubali, confeso, flow inauliza na hii track inakubali, sauti sawa na hii mic imekubali, so iko power na mafansa mekubali, swaga na yata madema mekubali, kuteka tamu kachipoka kikubali, weka tamu matapune tolikubali, tida kama timi nakubali, mtina kubwa walisa kubali. Tunakubali, confeso, tunakubali, confeso, yeah, vibrate and get down. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Get low and I wipe your waist to get down. Remind me of my phone, vibrate and get down. Get down, get down, get down, get down. Shambiwa wewe msupa huku. Hii ni ngoma yako mita dance tu huku. Na chekelea sunifundishe kidogo. Nishike wapi hiyo style ni kwajo. Okay, hasa naishika. Lakini unakunywa tunasikia kiu kabisa. Situende basi kisiezi bebo zote. Na majibaridi chuma ze uko hot like wow. Hey, hey, hey. Maze unani confuse like wow. Hey, yeah, the way you move with your body like wow. Uko na kwela fine, uko na figa fine, kila kitu yako msopa fine, acha tu step kwa land mine. So shake that thing, wine that thing, so shake that thing, tingisha rongosa zungusha kwela. Kwela fine, uko na figa fine, kila kitu yako msopa fine, acha tu step kwa land mine. So shake that thing, wine that thing, so shake that thing, tingisha rongosa zungusha kwela. Shake that thing, wine that thing, so shake that thing, tingisha rongosa zungusha kwela. Back it up, napenda vile una clap it up, ni kama round of applause. Na umedunga blouse, msanii ana browse, unachanganyisha bro, kitingisha zinatingika, walai we ni pro. Umebeba kuliko mungito ya pro, mina let you go, wewe sikuachi, mina let you go, wewe ni hadi 90. So shake that thing, wine that thing, so shake that thing, tingisha rongosa zungusha kwela. Shake that thing, wine that thing, so shake that thing, mad game, tingisha rongosa zungusha kwela. Big bumper, ka exhauster.
Wananiambia mimi ni malaika, nawapendeza wote, wananiwaza, siwezi wakata njaro zao manufaa. He's trying to blind you girl, he don't really love you. Usidanganyike, umwambie aje.
Unacheka na nani? This time hatucheki na nyinyi. Tumekuja kuwachapa hata na slippers, hata na nyaunyo.
Fimbo ina chapa, fimbo chapa, fimbo ina chapa,
wengine watasema
Mira, lakini kwa nataka kujua kama jina ako hospitalini.
Make peace before it's too late.
Ni nini tena?
Shindwe na ulege.
Nani anafaa kuosha hivi vyombo? Mimi. Ebu hakikisha unipikie chakula.
Kama ungekuja leo ningekufa na njaa.
Unataka kula, si ndio? Panua mdomo.
Lazima tukone evidence enough ya convince Chief Matata.
Nani amekuwa anatumia hii basin? Daddy, no. Here's your coffee.
I'm not interested.
Mbona nisukuma hivyo?
Kate chungu umenilisha kwa zaidi ya miaka 10. Nitakulisha kwa sekunde moja.
I'm here to piss you off daily as I smile.
Mzigo gani?
Mzigo gani mgongo? Kwani uone kama kuna mzigo umeniongezea kwa hapa nyumbani wewe?
Mimi nyumba hii sijaona kitu chochote kinabadilika.
Kweli sisaidii na chochote nyumba hii mgongo. Ni hasara tu kila leo. Nikiamka hasara, nikilala hasara. Kaa hapa mpaka nguo zimeniishia. Angalia na nguo zako.
Kama una madaraka makubwa, si nilikuja kwako nitafutie kazi.
Nitafutie kazi? Yaani nimekuja ukaa hapa kupata kazi? Kwanza umekuja unaniambia utakaa miezi 2-3 utalala wapi? Mimi sikatai ukae. Sawa? Kulala utalala wapi? Wameshajua basi achoka pata kazi, achoka anajiweza. Mtaitana wote hapa maana yake ni hoteli hapa.
Nitakwenda wapi?
Katafuta mahali pa kulala mahali pengine.
A typical sight in the Tokyo suburbs, a roadside stall, offering an array of freshly picked vegetables. Such stalls are usually unattended. They operate on the honor system. You choose what you want and leave the exact amount of money. Prices are set in round numbers, since there's no one to make change. It makes shopping so easy. I can park right next to the